All right, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is well. Sorry for the echo on the music. Thanks for the heads up there, Maze. I always forget that my home studio, for some reason Firefox here always auto plays all of the stuff in like mod view. It doesn't do that at my studio. I don't understand why. I'm constantly having to pause it to stop it from playing in the background. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope everyone's well. I know a lot of folks are getting some cold weather here in the States. Kind of like what we've had here in Colorado. I guess it's just rolling east. So stay warm out there, folks. I hope everyone's able to stay warm who's in the U.S. And let's see who's here. We're not doing figure drawing today. This is just what's pulled up from the last time I streamed from here. So we'll be doing snow appropriately. There's been a lot of snow in my life the last few days. So I'm going to be drawing from some references from photos that I took that I've got on my phone. You know, in an ideal world, I could like open up a window and just draw what I see outside, but it's a little, yeah, it's just not the situation I'm in, unfortunately. But you know, I feel like taking my own reference is pretty close. I've stood in those places, so I know kind of how they feel, so hopefully that'll make a difference, I don't know. But anyway, let me scroll up and say hi to everybody. Hey BJ, thanks for being here, as always, I appreciate you. And for contributing, as well as Raga, to the plein air sketch stream. We'll see if that ends up happening. It seems like it probably will. We're about half the way there, I think. But yeah, if you're interested in drawing outside with me, doing some sketching of like animals and things around the homestead that my studio is on, then you know, check that out. Cyan Streams, hello. Good to see you, Fred. How are you? And Raga, you always have the cutest emotes, like holy cow. Hey Maze, how's it going? Welcome in. Dali, hey, good to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Thanks, Amaze, for linking that. Yeah, if anyone needs references to snow, ice effects, like the official topic on the calendar is snow effects. So like, I don't know. I kind of thought maybe if people wanted to do something more specific than just general snow scenes. But if you're just wanting to do a winter scene, that's fine too. Or if you want to do something else, as always, guys, with the art gym, you don't have to draw what I'm drawing. Just do something to warm up from reference, from observation. And at the end of the study session, we will show all those studies on stream. So if you'd like to do that, you can join the Discord and find the warm-up studies section. I might change the name of that to the art gym just to maybe help clear up some confusion about where stuff goes. But yeah, just find it there. Yeah, we'd love to have you, Dally. Hey, Sloppy, how are you? I'm glad you enjoyed the tunes. Mr. Fulcrum, hey, how's it going? Good morning to yourself as well. Hey, Loden, how are you doing? You see these in the flexibility of what I used to do? Yeah, there are some, like, this one especially, we talk a lot about this post whenever we were drawing it. It's it, for sure. Oh, hey, oh my gosh, so many people have donated. Let's see, Easel, hello, thank you, Loden. Casey wants more snow. I don't know about that. I'm feeling pretty snowed out. I'm feeling like my namesake has had enough exposure to, yeah, there's just been enough. I'm good for a little bit. We had like a foot at the studio, and it was very hard to get in and out of there, and for anyone who's around the last couple days, you know that I was having some issues keeping my studio warm, so it's a little stressful. That's okay. It's we're past it now. Let's see. Oh, look at you. You're doing good, good. Hey, you're here, that's what counts. Casey, spring art, yeah, right? Oh my gosh. Your lungs despise you this morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, I have water. Do you have water? Sometimes that helps. Maybe not with breathing. I don't know. Maybe in a roundabout way it helps with breathing. Either way. I recommend water, folks, if you don't have any water. Some snacks. A drawing utensil if you'd like to draw. The whole purpose, if you haven't been here before, of the art gym is to encourage fellow artists to do the boring stuff, the hard work of art making, which is practice and study and observational drawing and foundational studies. It's all the stuff that most artists, when you talk to them, like, oh yeah, I need to do more of that, and we just don't make time for it. So this is your time if you'd like to use it. If you need an accountability buddy like I do, that's kind of why it's called the art gym, is the idea being sometimes it's easier to go to the gym if you have a workout buddy. So thank you guys for being my workout buddies and making sure that I do studies. I would not be doing them probably without accountability, so I appreciate you. And like I always say, if you want to do something other than what I'm doing today, that is totally fine. Please don't feel like you have to do anything in particular. You either, it's just, I just don't make the time. I tried for years. Many of you have heard this story before if you've been here before, but I started kind of on and off freelancing in 2016, we'll say. And one of my biggest goals when I was doing that was always, okay, I'm going to start each day with 30 minutes of warm-up studies, just 30 minutes of observational drawing. And you would think, like, setting a timer and just sitting down and doing that wouldn't be that hard. Because, like, 30 minutes, in the grand scheme of a day, 30 minutes is really not that big of a day, especially when you're kind of in charge of your own schedule. Couldn't make it happen. I think I did it, like, 4 times in 5 years, maybe. It was always the first thing on my to-do list, and I would just skip it. I'd be like, oh, I don't feel like doing that, or not today, I've got these other things, I got other projects I gotta get to, and there was always a reason why I couldn't do it, and it's just, like, over time, just never happened. So I'm here trying to change that for myself and for anybody else who wants that to change. Snow effects, I guess? Snow scenes? We'll just say scenes and effects. Why do I feel like I'm spelling scenes wrong? Slash effects? Oh my gosh. I also really struggle with how differently the Huion, how the pressure is like differently sensitive than the Cintiq. It's like, I don't know if you guys can see, but like it's like the slightest amount of pressure and it jumps to like this huge blob. I wonder if there's a setting I can adjust somewhere. Anyway, that's okay. We'll make it work. I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna pull up my own reference pictures. Like I said, I posted some of the Discord if anybody wants to use them. If anyone else got some snow recently and you have some photos on your phone, I recommend, flipping through them, seeing if there's any cool textures in the snow or cool lighting or interesting, something that grabs you that maybe you want to study, maybe something that you want to incorporate into a piece. That's kind of what this is, hopefully, that's my idea anyway. I don't know if it's helpful. Maybe it's only helpful to me. But let's see, I have a few pictures here. I'm actually gonna start with some pictures I posted in Picshare. Because I found, like, outside my apartment, the snow was really, like, clumpy on a lot of the branches and stuff, and I just really liked the way it looked. It seemed like a fun effect I could bring into something. So I'm going to start with this one. Snow! We're doing it! How's everyone this fine day? I'm not too bad, so I'm a little sleepy. But, I'm otherwise good. I'm kind of just waiting for the roads to melt a little bit. It's a little bit treacherous out there when we've had as much snow as we got recently. But eventually I'll make it to the studio. I also have a call I have to take with a car insurance person. My car door, I can't remember if I told you guys this, my car door has a big ding in it that apparently is going to be very expensive to fix. It got caught by the wind basically and flung itself into a concrete column, and there's a huge, took a bunch of paint off and bent the metal. And apparently you can't just bend it back into place and recoat the paint. Apparently you have to replace the whole door, which I feel like is excessive because it's this big. But I don't want it to rust and cause issues, so thankfully my insurance says they'll cover it. It seems like an unnecessary amount of repair to me, but whatever. I just don't know the details of am I gonna be out of a car? What's going on? So we shall see. We shall see. Results pending. Anyway, but I have to be on call today to take a video for them. I have to do a walk around in my car. It's just easier to do that here too, because I don't have to walk up a snowy hill and down a snowy hill to get to my car like I do at the studio. So there's a lot of reasons that I'm here. I am terrible at snowflakes. There we go. These are the lamest snowflakes. How far is my drive to my studio? It's 8 minutes. I want to say it's just a few miles. It's just, I have to take a bunch of like windy mountain roads. It's like on a mountain. So I have to just take a bunch of like curvy back roads to get there. So. You're also very sleepy, Isel? Oh, I'm sorry. You're enjoying colder weather yourself. It's nice to not feel physically fatigued all the time like you do when it's warmer. I don't mind being colder. It's the icy roads that come with like these heavy snowfalls that make it kind of inconvenient. But that's why it's nice that I have an at-home setup. Helps a lot. So that I don't have to go to the studio if it's dangerous or, you know, if something's going on, so. Oh. The cold is insane here. Oh. You actually did go up, but you're both wearing unseated metal layers. Yeah, it was single digits basically for the last 2 days here. Getting down below 0 at night. And yeah, I just kind of went on like a whole journey with worrying about my equipment in my studio getting too cold. But I think everything's fine. Yeah. Sorry folks, I just have to make a quick post. I'm trying to be better about remembering to at least post my warm-up studies, like when I'm live for those. It's just hard to remember sometimes. So I apologize that I'm not super interesting to look at right now, but that's okay. It's okay. You don't need to look at me. Go do some drawings. Go do some drawings. The cold, let's see. 2 layers of pajamas, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm definitely like bundled up. It's not too bad inside though. Super stressful. Yeah, it was pretty stressful, but thankfully I learned from last year when this happened around this time, and I have a wireless thermometer that's in my studio, so I can like monitor the temperatures in there. And I was basically going there and just like hotboxing it the day before, so like I got it up to 85. And then I would close everything up really well and cover everything in blankets and then leave. And I watched it for a few nights, and it basically takes about 12 hours for the studio to lose the temperature and get down to like into the 30s or 20s. And so, yeah, it gives me a good benchmark to know when to start worrying, because most of my tech is fine until you start getting below freezing. Like most tech, I think in general, is fine to be stored that way. But I didn't leave my computer on last night. I turned it off. But I'm sure it's fine. Speaking of my wireless thermometer, it actually apparently lost whenever I lost internet. I didn't need to reset it because it has not updated since then. So I actually have no idea what the temperature is in my studio right now, which is a little annoying. But based on what's happened over the last few days and the fact that it's 38 outside right now, I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll be okay. I have confidence, somewhat, that it is fine. 38 is sweltering. I know. 38 is very warm. I mean, it's warm enough. It's warm enough for me to not worry. What about extreme cuteness? Like a corgi puppy? I could use some extreme cuteness. It does still leave you dead. That's true. That's true. Yeah, well, I mean, I think we're in the clear for the next few days, so. Do I warm up? Sorry for typing sounds. Let me know if it's really annoying and I can mute it. Okay. Okay, okay. I think I have formulated the thing. Oof. Hey Mandelbro, how you doing? Or I always say Mandelbro, but it's Brat. Mandelbrats. Hello, hello. I think I just like read the first part for some reason. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in and joining for the warm-up studies. We're about to get started here. I just need to post on the Instagrams. Ugh, everything takes a gajillion, million years. But this is the last thing. Probably most of what I'll be doing today will be paint studies. I really want to focus on the texture of snow, I think is something that I need to figure out how to reliably emulate. Like that's going to be my goal, I think, today. Day's gonna go good. Doing some gaming. Nice. What are you gaming today? Right? The Crazy Bethy, thank you so much for that follow. I seriously appreciate that. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Kuro. How are you? Cute emote. We're about to get started with some snow studies here. We're all kind of lamenting. There's been a lot of folks that have been dealing with a lot of snows. This was not an intentionally timed thing, by the way. It just worked out this way. I actually made the schedule for what we'd be studying this month, like, weeks ago. So it just turns out that there's a lot of snow happening. But if anybody happens to have any pictures of snow on their phone or anything like that, I'm going to be working from some references. These are references of shots that I took around my city. This is the tree outside my window, that kind of thing. So yeah, if you want to join, you might have some really good reference outside for a lot of people in the US right now. So I'm just saying it might be timely. Maybe it's a sign. I'm not the arbiter of signs, but I'm just saying there could be some snow around you to draw. But the whole thing with the warm-up studies is just as long as it's drawn from observation, feel free to post it in there to be shared on screen. There is a pinned guideline in the warm-up studies if you're not sure what counts as a study. The basic idea is just anything that's drawn with the intent of learning and from observation. So those two things kind of got to go together, because it's possible to do a finished drawing purely from observation if you're a hyperrealist, but I wouldn't necessarily call that a study. Does that make sense? Like, if you spend 300 hours on a finished painting that is hyperrealistic, that's not a study. A study is drawn with the intention of learning or practicing. So it's kind of a combination of those two things. So anyway, feel free to post something in there. The whole reason we are doing it like that is just the idea of the art gym is to encourage other artists to actually do studies. Because most of the time what we all want to do is the imaginative fun stuff, quote unquote fun stuff, but doing the studies, doing the workout part, doing the observation is something I know I need to do more of because I want to get better at the imagination part, and that's the only way to do it. So this is kind of the accountability session to do studies of something. It doesn't have to be snow. Do whatever you want. But if you're somebody who's trying to improve your art skill this year, if that's a goal, or just pick up art as a hobby, this is a good way to start. It's a good way to, if nothing else, frankly, if you're having art block, I find drawing from reference, like forcing myself to do observational drawings, often will warm me up to do some imaginative work of my own, like for my own projects, or it can just help me like get inspired to, like, finally my brain will be ready to do something other than observational study, frankly. So I don't know, just some thoughts, but that's what we're up to. You already got your snow shot. Nice, nice. I imagine a lot of folks do. I also, just in case anybody doesn't feel like drawing, but if you do have some cool pictures of snow or anything on your phone, we do have I mean, you can share them in stream of it too. I put some of mine in the stream of it chat. But you can always post pictures in the Picshare section of the Discord. And just let people know if you're okay with them using them as reference. I feel like most people are, but it never hurts to ask and to clarify. But yeah, I'd love to see, honestly, I like seeing different places that I wouldn't normally see, and it's kind of interesting to see what people capture, you know, in their own environments or in their own cities or workplaces, and I don't know, it's just fun. So anyway, let's draw. Nope, not let's draw. Oh my gosh, you guys, autocorrect is killing me lately. I feel like I cannot post anything that has not been like horribly autocorrected. Okay, there we are. All done. Let's draw now, for real. Hey, Etak, how's it going? Long time no see. What are you up to? Good to see ya. Hey, Cave Geek. Oh, look at all these people popping in the chat. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's see. The girl in the song just admitted to cheating at cards, I'm just saying. Are you talking about Bluebird? Playing Ark Survival? I've never played it. But I keep hearing people telling me that I would like it. I'm okay with suspending my disbelief for a cool designed dinosaur. It's fine. I'm not quite so strict. You're doing good, just came to vibe. You're also dealing with snow, Kuro. Yeah, I think a lot of folks are, for sure. You love dino games? What's your favorite dino game? I only know of 2 dinosaur games. Well, no, 3. I know of Saurian, I know of The Isle, and I know of Ark. Although I guess Paleo Pines counts as a dinosaur game. I haven't played it. I did not intentionally time the snow. No, you know what, Cave Geek? As misleading as my name may sound, I don't actually have power over snow. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. If it did, I would say, hey, snow everywhere except around my studio, please, so that I can get there and be safe. It's a remake of the original game and it released. Your favorite DLC. Oh, nice. Hey, you know what, Sloppy? Enjoy what you enjoy. There is no judgment. You'll be lurking, Bethy. Well, thank you so much for lurking, and I apologize in advance for the rambling that you're going to hear from listening, but I do appreciate it. I appreciate all the lurkers. You're alive, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing, Cave. We're all glad you're alive. As awful as the game is, the only one that's managed to fully integrate creature taming into core gameplay. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Hey, Inside, how are you doing? Good to see you. Got a work call? Have a good lurk. Thank you so much for lurking. You're inside? Oh, that's really creepy. I'm inside. I can see behind me. There's a, are you a sentient air conditioner? Because that's kind of unique. Just started playing Don't Starve together with some friends. What? It's one of those games designed to make you invest as much time as possible. I just don't have time for those kind of games. I think I probably like them. I get too obsessed. And until I can get to a place, if somehow I ever got to a place where people would pay me to play video games, fine. But they'd have to be the games I want to play, and nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to pay me to play the same games I've been playing since I was a teenager. Because they're all incredibly in-depth, and I'm a completionist gamer, and they're all RPGs. And I just don't have time to play games like that. But speaking of games, actually, for anyone who didn't know, we are going to be playing a game actually on Twitch. It's been a much requested game for me to play, and it'll be on Friday, because I got the day off work on Friday. Normally I try to play games on Sunday, and I think moving forward I'll just talk to my roommate and just pick a Sunday and be like, hey, what Sunday is a good one for you? If not, here's mine. You can plan around it, like I'm doing it this day kind of thing. Because it's been really hard to coordinate a Sunday game day, which I know a lot of people, for some reason, people on Twitch want to watch me play a video game. I don't really understand why. Everyone knows this platform is for art and for science, obviously. That it's for free education. That's what Twitch is built on. But, you know, there's this little niche thing happening, like gaming on Twitch, so I guess I could do that. But I try to only play games that are like more artistic type games, I guess. I've played Journey, which I really enjoyed, and never played that before. And then we played the first like bit of Okami. Have not finished Okami, but that's like you draw as part of the game. The one we'll be playing on Friday is one that's been requested multiple times. I think it still counts as like an art type game because it's just got such a distinct style. It's like playing a graphic design fever dream. It's a game called Katamari Damacy. If you know about it, feel free to speak up in chat. I'm sure most of you do. But I was introduced to this game in high school, and I haven't played it in a long time, but I really remember enjoying it, and I happen to own it. So we're gonna play it because people want me to, and I'm fine with that. I think it's a very fun game, very silly, very unique style, and I enjoy it. So that's happening on Friday this week. So if anybody's interested, I'll be doing a rare Friday stream. It'll be in the morning, and you can find more information on Discord. !Discord if it's not already in chat, if you'd like to join. You made like 6 dinosaur games, but they're all for kids. No way, Dally, that's cool. Still, I don't know, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Not much here in Minnesota, just frigid cold. Currently a wind chill of -18. Oof, that's rough, that's rough. We got down to a feels like of -12 yesterday. I don't think it was super windy though, it was just a feels like. But the lowest temperature we got was -2 or 3, I think. Beast of Bermuda, I've not heard of. There's a lot coming out in 2025. You mostly watch other people play them, but The Lost Wild? Wait, what's The Lost Wild? Guys, don't get me on this. What do I need to add to my Steam list? Here. I forgot if anybody ever checked. If I press that button and put it in chat, you can see my wish list, but can you also see my library? Or can you only, like, can you get to my profile from that link? Somebody told me it wasn't working the other day, so I think I might need to update it. But anyway, if people have games, I should add to it. That whole list is basically games people have recommended to me, so let me know what it's missing. Oh my gosh, thank you. Hold on, I am behind in chat and I cannot see who just followed, but I do like thanking people. Thank you so much, Bryce Play. I appreciate that follow. Let's see. Loving the character here. Oh, that's good. Snow is perfect for, hey, Ultimate Funko Pie. Yeah, it's extremely, extremely cold. You love Katamari? I really remember enjoying it when I played it. So we're gonna be doing that on the 25th. That journey stream was so fun. I'm really glad you liked it, Ultimate. I actually had a blast. I was a little worried that I was being annoying, perhaps, because I'm sure I don't know. I'm sure it was a little frustrating to watch at times, just because, like, I don't know. You guys know how I can be. But I'm glad that it was fun. I certainly had a good time exploring, and I definitely kind of want to maybe sometime, now that I've played through it twice on stream, I might just play through it on my own and just kind of explore and wander around. What madman recommended you play Elden Ring? I don't know. Probably somebody who knows that I like RPGs. You thought I said calamari? No, Katamari Damacy. You even stumbled across a Chrome extension that lets you play it on your webpage. Wait, lets you play what? Katamari? Oh, no way! That's super cute! Slubby, can you please share a link to that in my Discord somewhere? Like in Nerd Talk maybe, or I don't know. Somewhere. I would love to check that out. That sounds super fun. Oh, thanks, Space. You want a catamaran? I don't know what that is. I feel like I should know what that is. I just really like the way that the weight of the snow here on this branch was really interesting to me. And I like the way that the little needles are sort of poking out. So I'm trying to think about shape, just like we do anytime we do like any kind of study. I'm trying to think of like what shapes am I seeing? Like it feels like there's this really round shape right here. Really heavy blobs like holding, and I'm trying to think about like how they're weighing down the tree as I'm painting. But again, just doing a quick study. Remember, if you're more used to copying versus studying, you're just try to keep in mind that your main purpose, I say this all the time, I know, but we always get new folks. Your main purpose is not to do an exact copy of the image. That's not really what a study is. Or at least that's not, I guess you could do studies that way, but it's not as effective as just trying to ask yourself questions as you work. Because the more you can really observe and ask questions, the more you're going to actually log away the information into your brain, into your creative bank account to store up for later use, right? So I'm not trying to say, oh, I need to perfectly copy the exact, line of the snow here. What I'm trying to do is think about Like, why is it shinier here? Oh, because that's like the top part of this snowball that's sitting on top of this part of the branch, and it's creating extra weight. You know, what direction do I see all these needles going in? Well, mostly to horizontally and down, you know, because they're being weighted down. Like, there's a few poking up through, which is an interesting detail that I could pull into a piece, right? But the whole purpose of these studies, at least for me, is to expand my creative bank account or my visual library, right? Trying to find a way to implement new things, new elements into my illustrations, into my character designs, into my creature designs. So that's my purposes here. Everyone might have a different purpose. It doesn't mean that has to be your purpose, but I just like to reiterate that when I can. I feel like it's something that's, I don't know, especially working like this, like when you're working from a photo as opposed to from observation, it's much easier to fall into the trap of copying when you're working like this. Like if I were to draw something I could see in front of me, I would be you can't really copy that. You have to make the image. Like the image doesn't exist, the object exists, and you're trying to turn it into a two-dimensional image. In this situation, the two-dimensional image already exists, so it's a lot easier to fall into that habit of copy. So I try to stay cognizant of that. It's some days easier than others. Trimaran? I don't know what these words are that you're saying. I'm going. What are these words? Why do I feel like that's a... Is that an animal? A three-holed boat. Oh. Oh, okay. It's a vehicle. I see. Thank you, Sloppy Salamander, for translating. I'm not sure why we're talking about boats, but... Oh shoot, hold on. Hopefully this is not from... Okay. Sorry, like I said before, I am waiting on a call, possibly, from the car insurance people. So if I have to absentmindedly go grab the phone or something, please forgive. Hey Bach, how's it going? Did you ever get any sleep? You're not late, you're right on time. Don't worry about it. Insurance calls the worst, yeah. Yeah, it's I mean, it should be a positive for me. I wasn't in an accident or anything. It was just I was saying earlier on stream, I just had some damage done to my door from a windstorm, basically. More or less. Flung my door into an object. But I have to like go out there and do a walk around of my vehicle and like send them a video or like do it live or something so they can like assess the damage, I guess. It's really not that big of a damage spot, but I guess I have to walk around the whole car. So it's part of why I'm streaming from home, is because I'm not sure exactly what time that's happening, but it's a lot easier to do a walk around of my car here in my driveway than it is, you know, at the studio where I have to hike to get to my car. Through the snow, no less. 10 miles both ways. No, not that bad, but still annoying. Hey, Casey. Hello, Name Twin. How are you? Good to see ya. How's it going? I've been meeting a lot of Name Twins on Twitch lately. We are doing some snow studies right now. These are some photos I took of the tree outside my apartment. You got a little? Yeah, I'm glad you got a little bit, Bach. Good luck with your stuff today. Hope it goes well. No stress as much as possible. I know that's like way easier said than done with stuff like that, but... I really like all these little textures in here. They're super nice. Doing good. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. A little sleepy today. Stayed up a little later than intended. It's kind of a stressful couple of days, but I'm, you know, doing all right. Doing all right. I was extremely tempted before stream yesterday to take a nap. Like, I felt so groggy right before stream started in the afternoon, but managed to push through. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to take nice, like, pretty pictures when everything looks pretty. It was not very trying. You read that as Casey's snow art stream, not Casey's snow art stream. Yeah, I know. I really seriously thought about doing like an IRL snow stream this week. The problem is the snow here, when it's that cold, it's so dry, it doesn't stick together. So it's actually more likely that today, after the sun hits it and warms it up and melts it a little bit, that it'll become a sticky snow. So I could do a snow sculpting session. We could go outside after this if you guys want, and I could try. While waiting for my call anyway. It just might not be a very long stream. Snow is very pretty. A plein air, yeah, pumpkin pie. We might be doing. I kind of have been wanting to do like a plein air, like a sketch hike with everybody, and so I'm trying to gauge interest on that. And if you're, thank you. If you're interested, feel free to drop some channel points in there to show the interest. But I know I don't have a ton of ways for you guys to spend your channel points right now. I'm hoping that changes, but that's one way if you'd like, if you want to vote for that. We can earn that, and then I'll go and we'll do a walk around on the property and draw some critters. I've already asked for permission from the property owners, and they are fine with it. So yeah, should be fun. We'd mostly probably just go, honestly, draw the goats and the horses because they're really close to where I am. And it'd be fun. And then if that goes well, and if the signal doesn't drop, I don't know, who knows? I might actually try to do a sketch hike or something sometime. Because my studio is backed up to a mountain, and it would be really easy to like hike around up there. Or even a different mountain in the area. I mean, I live in the mountainous part of Colorado, so there's lots of hiking trails to choose from near me. So I thought it'd be fun. But yeah, this would be like a test run. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. I feel like I got what I needed to out of that study. Moving on. Do I want to do this picture? I liked the idea of this picture at first, but now I think I want to use a different one. You want to go hiking? Yeah, hiking is super nice. I didn't get to do very much of it last year, so I kind of want to, that's one of my goals this year, is to do more hiking than I did in 2024. And also hi Vale. I don't know if I actually said hi or if I just got nerdy about what you were saying. How about I do this one? I'm just getting ready to go hiking to the pharmacy. Oh, yeah. Since the road is too icy to drive there and I need to grab. Ooh, good luck. Please be safe. Yes. Sometimes that is, I mean, that's enough of a hike, to be honest. Okay, so the picture I took yesterday at the studio, it came out extremely, like there was obviously some kind of like smudge or something on the lens, but it has this very like dreamy, like sort of coloration. It's almost like somebody took a blue filter and just kind of like washed over it slightly. It's very funny. I think it's just the way the light is catching. But I kind of want to paint that. I do like that bluish tone. It's almost like it's like it warmed up the sun really catching that brown is a nice warm contrast I like. And then there was another one that I thought looked kind of fun. Definitely not as nice. Oh, I don't think I posted that one. That one might still be on my phone. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Well, please be safe, Vale. Yeah, please be safe. So glad I don't have to go anywhere. Yeah. Yeah. It's not ideal to have to travel. Like I said, I love looking at the snow. Like, I like colder weather. There's a lot of things I really like about snow. It's just having to drive out in it when it's really deep is kind of dangerous. So hopefully the roads will be less icy though. Like soon, you know. Like top right one, the needles from the snow. Yeah, it's a super fun little look for sure, Dan the BC man. Also, hi, how you doing? Yeah, but it does look beautiful. Yes, Casey, exactly. Spring is coming in 3 or 4 months. But see, I don't mind. I like both, you know? Like, do you guys have favorite seasons? Because, like, I like the way that this looks, too. I think this is just as beautiful as spring. Just different kind of beautiful. But yeah, spring is really fun to look at, too. We don't get a lot of bright colors here in Colorado, but we do get, like, the bright green on the mountains is really, really striking. Good morning, Blue Wolf D. How are you? It's good to see you. You love all the seasons, yeah. I think they all have, like, different benefits, you know? But some people feel really strongly about, like, having a certain season that's their favorite, which is fine. I want clear roads and sunshine of summer with the temperatures and snow of winter. Yes, Vale, honestly. And quite frankly, Vale, I think we're gonna get that, like, today or tomorrow, you know? Because the sun here is so warm. Like, just being in the sun can feel really warm. And so it's really nice that we have, because it's at a high altitude here in Denver, the sun melts off all the road ice pretty quick, even if it's below freezing. Like, even yesterday, it was like the sun came out and it was 4 degrees, and the icicles, like, snow was melting off my car, snow was melting off the roads. It's wild how strong the sun is here in Colorado, which is why you have to wear sunscreen no matter what your skin tone is, because it's extremely high UV and it's very dangerous. But it's really nice because it clears the roads off a lot quicker. So usually, like, we're probably gonna have this snow. Like, this snow is probably gonna linger for days, if not a week or so. But the roads will be clear by the end of today. Like, they're already pretty clear in a lot of Denver. Colorado snow is great, even if it doesn't wear out the direct sunshine on the roads and sidewalks. Melts it. I know it's the wildest way to experience snow that I've ever, like, even in Texas, the snow would stick around longer and on sidewalks and roads. Like, we'd get black ice, but you really don't get that very often here in Colorado. It's such a nice way to have snow. Hey, Anzi, how you doing? The only season you dislike is summer. See, I love summers in Colorado, too. I feel like Colorado just has the best seasons, honestly. Like, I'm so spoiled here. Maybe I just know how bad it could be because I grew up in Texas, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. The snow is so much better here. The summer is better. Like, everything, you don't hate everything all the time. It's so nice. I'm so spoiled. I've become such a baby. There's no bugs here. I mean, compared to most places in the US, there's no bugs here because it's so dry and the altitude's high and it gets so cold. It's just like, lots of bugs can't survive all of that. It's so nice, guys. It's camping here in the summer is fantastic. It's cool at night, warm but not hot during the day. It's, I'm in love. It's not perfect. Yeah, no, it's not perfect. There's no perfect place on Earth, I don't think. But compared to, like, frankly, most of the south of the US, just because of the bugs, if nothing else, the climate here is so much better. Every time I meet somebody from the south here, and I'm like, hey, guess what? I've slept with my windows open for 9 years. And they're just like, what? I'm like, I know. It's crazy. If you do that anywhere in the south, that's asking for bugs to just live with you. It's like lots of them. It's so crazy. So crazy. Your wife is from Colorado. Nice. There are benefits to summer lived in. Schmuckleberry, it's 0 degrees. Holy cow. Please stay. I was there yesterday. Please stay warm. Good luck. You like thunderstorms? I do. I will say that, Casey, for Texas climate, the one thing I miss about Texas weather is the thunderstorms in the summer. we don't get the, like here in Colorado, because it's not over the plains, at least not where I live, we don't get those like slow moving rolling thunderstorms that just sit for days and just kind of slowly rumble as they move across the plain. Like I do miss the lightning and thunder, like the gentle rains constantly. When I visited Texas last year, a few times we got that, and I was just like, this is what I miss. And then of course there's hail with every thunderstorm. I don't miss that part of Texas. But the actual thunder part, I do miss a lot of that. We just don't get it. We get a lot of the like high altitude, like high lightning that you can kind of see flashing, but you don't hear any thunder, and it like doesn't bring rain or rumbling with it, and it's gone in like 20 minutes here. The one thing you've learned from moving place to place that didn't have a dramatic seasons is that I love all the seasons. I'm glad to be able to move back to them. Aw, that's great. You know, and I do think there is a benefit too in living in different places, just to experience different types of places. Like, I'm really glad I've spent time living in Texas and in Colorado, because it's like, oh, I can see the huge differences in a lot of things about both places, and there's things I like and don't like about both, you know? But I don't know, I think it's life enriching too. Your parents lived in Detroit and the snow just lasts forever as a black sludge. Yes, oh my gosh, anything up there in that part of the country, I feel like the snow there is horrible. And it just like builds, you know, it like packs. It just becomes like an ice trap. Yeah, what do they call it? The lake effect snow? Is that what they call it, right? I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about for a lot of things, but. You got up, and then it was for 4 hours, then you went to take a nap. Oh no, those naps that turn into sleeps. They happen. Hey Chicken Man, how you doing? Your name is so fun. Did you know I have chicken emotes? I always want to use the waving chicken at you. Icky bugs, too hot and dry here in Montana. Yeah. Oh, really? Wait. It's hot in Montana? I don't think of Montana as super hot, Oddsy. Let's see. You don't mind some bugs? I don't mind bugs outside. I don't want them inside. And I feel like the more humid your environment, the more bugs you get inside. And I like them to stay outside. I feel like that's a reasonable request. The bugs don't agree. The bugs have never agreed. The bugs and I have not been on the same page for years on this particular issue. You miss your bugs. I'm okay. I think if I have time to appreciate bugs, then I would miss them, but lately, the only time I encounter bugs is when they're being an inconvenience, and I just would rather they stayed outside. Oh, you live in Montana too? Nice. Eastern and central sides of Montana have started to get brutal in the summers. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. Hey Siren, winter, sleep is a nap. I don't know, I think, like, does anyone else take power naps? I really enjoy a good power nap where I fall asleep for like 15 to 30 minutes and then I wake up. That's my favorite. The problem though is I'm too good at power naps, and sometimes if I take too good of a power nap, I don't sleep well later. Cause like when I'm really tired, I'll just kind of fall right into REM and have a little dream. Like that's how I know I've gone in there, right? And then I'll wake up and get back to what I was doing. But sometimes if it's like, yeah, if I'm too fast into REM, it's almost like I got one of my REM cycles out of the way for the nighttime, and then I have trouble staying asleep when I actually go to bed at night. So 15 to 30, yeah, that's a power nap. You love power naps. See, ZBrush knows what I'm talking about. Oh, sometimes power naps turn into full night sleep. I've never really had that problem unless I'm sick. I'm a pretty light sleeper though, so I think that might be why. You're doing good? Good. I'm glad to hear it, Chicken Man. I'm also doing good. I'm tired. Yeah, chicken emotes. Have you not seen them? Here, I'll show them to you. Look at these chickens. Look at all those chickens. I only have 2. If I had more emote slots, I'd probably have more chicken emotes, but that's what we have. You've never had a 15-minute nap. You should try it sometime. They're nice. You have short summers in Montana and long winters. That's what I associate Montana with very, very cold temperatures. You're a terrible napper. Your husband can nap any amount of time. It's like a professional nap technician. That is quite a, that's quite a superpower. Congrats. I don't know if I'd say I'm a professional, but you know, I enjoy a good nap. Alright, I'm just gonna loosely sketch in these shapes. And then I'm gonna slap some color on, because I really mostly wanted to do a color and light study here. I didn't really want to get too caught up in technical drawing. Oh, my poor computer, you guys. It's really struggling these days. It keeps making these loud humming sounds that make me so nervous. This is my 10-year-old setup. I've had this setup. I built it in 2015. So I'm always worried, like, any day now it's just gonna be like, and I'm done. I'm finished. I have no more interest in functioning. I haven't really run it too hard, and honestly, until recently, I don't feel like I've really overclocked it, even. Like, I never played really any intense games or anything on it, but lately, I've been playing a few more games on this setup. And I'm a little worried that it's gonna burn out the, I don't know, something. Burn out the something, you know, that really technical term that computer people use. Winters feel shorter anymore. You remember 6 months winters as a kid, and now it's like 3 months. Oh, really? Wow, 6 months of winter is a long time. I don't know. I remember as a kid, I don't know, I can't speak to Montana. I feel like a lot of stuff is cyclical too, and I kind of feel like people have weather amnesia a little bit. Because I remember in Texas we would have, like, I mean, tornadoes are a pretty regular occurrence, right? And so are, like, hailstorms and stuff. And it felt like every like 4 or 5 years we'd have, like, really intense seasons. Like, it's just how it felt like it was. I don't know. When I was a kid, they used to talk about it as, like, the La Nina cycle at school. Like, we would learn about it as it was happening. I don't know if they do that as much anymore or what's changed, but it felt like people, like, forgot that that was a thing. And it seemed like when I was teaching, people would, like, freak out, like, oh my gosh, the storms are just, like, so much worse. And you go and look at, like, the historic data, and it's like, oh, actually, I mean, this is pretty standard. I don't know. But I feel like even if it was like a year ago, a good example is here. Like, this winter storm we just had, we had a really terrible one last year, and it's like nobody remembers. And it was awful. The only reason I remember it probably is that it impacted me so much. But, like, people, I think we're so in the moment. You know, everything always feels like it's the worst thing ever. But it's hard to say. Like, if you remember some winters lasting a long time and they don't anymore, that's certainly worrying. I don't know if I have anything I can think about that's like that. The only thing I can think about is my Texas memories as a kid. We would have there would be the weatherman on the news going like, all right, we're doing the countdown for like 100 days of 100 degrees, because that was just like a thing. That it would always be 100, we'd get like 100 days of 100 degrees every summer. And I don't know if they just like stopped talking about that, but it sounded like, I don't know, it just seemed like people were panicking about that a lot lately, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Like, that's just Texas. That's what you moved to. You noted that mine did for a while, but if you can get Comptaseed error. Oh, you're talking about your PC. I see. You have weather amnesia every year. Yeah, I think it's a thing, honestly, Sloppy. It gets cold and I complain, gosh, did it get this cold last year? And it did. The answer is always yes. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's noticed this phenomenon. I think it's just a human thing. Like, we just forget. Like, if it's not happening in the moment, it's like, we're like, la la la, everything's fine. Why is everything suddenly terrible? I remember a winter in Colorado when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure we haven't gotten back up to that snowfall, like feet of snow fall in the front yard. It was marvelous. Yes, it's true. Colorado is built for snow. And also, hi, Rue. How are you? It's good to see you. Yeah, we had one when I first moved to Colorado. There was one that we got 2 feet of snow. I have a video of, I had actually, somehow, and I still don't know how I did it to this day, I somehow drove my 2-wheel drive Ford Focus across town to my landlord's house because I was supposed to be dog sitting. And I mean, in this video, I'll have to dig it up and show you guys. This dog is literally like throat high in snow. It's a Labrador, like it's a large dog. Like, I have no idea how I navigated those roads and managed to get there without dying. But yeah, it was a bad snowstorm. Doggy indeed, yes, Ungoy. He was very cute. His name was Killian. I say was, I mean he's probably still alive. I don't live there anymore, so I don't know. Also, I don't know if I said hi to Charlie's Dragon, but hello. Oh, and we're in an ad break. I'm so sorry. I'm just rambling during an ad break. I was not paying attention. For anybody who can hear the sound of my voice, this is your reminder to stretch, if you'd like to stretch. It's a good time to unshrimp your back, kind of push your shoulder blades together, curve the spine, flex those muscles, all that good stuff. Ugh. It's always a good thing to do. Unshrimp, yes. It's a bad habit that I have. Thank you for the reminder. I'm a total shrimp. Yeah, usually we all are at this point. For sure. It happens. Also a little carpal tunnel stretch if you want to stretch the arms. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Alright, ads should be over. Perfect. Thank you, Dan. Sorry about that. I usually give a warning when ads are happening and I think it slipped my mind. Or if I gave a warning, I do not remember it. So I apologize. It's just a scatterbrained kind of day. Maybe I need a power nap. That might happen after stream, actually. Got some laundry going. Maybe I'll take a power nap while I wait for it to finish. I do like the color differences here. That is so stark. Like, look at how dark this tan color gets in this bluish light right here. And you can see it rotating toward the blue, right? Like when I click, see how it like goes this way toward the yellow? And then when I click this side, it goes toward the purple even. Wow, that's like really purple. That's really cool. That's like a way you can see sort of the bounce light happening from the snow, right? In the photo. So it's like how blue everything is. That blue of the sky is hitting the snow and it's reflecting off of the undersides and the backsides of these places that are out of sunlight. Something to think about. Is this picture you're working on a picture you took? Yes, this is the view out of my studio door. So this is the homestead, the back part of the homestead that I rent a studio space on. So you can actually see some of the goats that we might go draw. So see, we could go do a warm-up stream and study the goats. I do not know their names. If we do that, I will try to learn before we do the stream. I only know the name of one of the goats. His name is Buddy. He is a good boy. He's very mean to the other goats, but he's very nice to people. He is he's like my bodyguard whenever they're free, because the other goats are not as people accustomed, and so they'll like kind of run up to me a little bit aggressively looking for food, and he will literally like headbutt them away from me. Like, I'm sure he just thinks I'm gonna give treats and that he wants the treats. Like, I'm sure he's not actually trying to be helpful, but it's really nice because some of the goats are a little aggressive and they will try to headbutt me. So he's like, "Wapa, wapa." I'm like, "Good job, buddy." Help me get to my studio safely. So that's the only goat's name that I know. If you've watched my YouTube video where I go around and show everybody the homestead, like if anybody wants to see like a little preview, I guess, of the place that I work, you can go to my YouTube channel, and there's a like check out my new studio space video that I made like shortly after I got this studio. And I kind of introduce you to some of the animals and show you some. There is a baby goat in that video named Maya. She was very sweet, but she actually got sold, so she's no longer on the property. But you can go see baby Maya. She was very, very cute and very friendly. I liked her a lot. It was really sad that they sold her. But that's how it goes, you know. Yeah, Buddy's pretty sweet. Hey, Wiltering, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. You love goats? Grandma had a couple? Nice! I've never really spent a lot of time around goats as a kid, but I've come to really enjoy them later. I mean, clothes don't usually that I usually wear, but nothing that should reasonably cause aches. Wait, what? You have various aches and pains just from wearing clothes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you sick? Oh, either the tie or the jacket messed up. I'm sorry, Charlie's Dragon. I hope the aches go away. Mind if I drop a link in chat? Sure. But what is it for? Yeah, I mean, as long as it's work safe. It's for me? Oh, something for me? Oh, sure. What did you? Oh, is this that drawing you made of the Parasaurolophus? Heck yes! Oh my gosh, Woltering, it's so good. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm getting such strong, are you a fan of William Stout's dinosaur art? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. By the way, folks, if you aren't following Woltering just like offered to do a sketch request for me when I was on his stream the other day. It was very kind. This looks so cool. You drew it last night on stream. I'm gonna have to go watch the VOD. I wasn't able to make that stream. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Thank you so much. I'm loving it. The shapes and the lines, yeah. Yeah, if you aren't, I'm sure you might be Woltering, but if you're not familiar with William Stout, you gotta go check out William Stout's dinosaur art. I think you'll really like it. He's like a 1980s comic guy that got into dinosaurs. It's like a very like Art Nouveau meets comic books meets dinosaurs. It's super fun. And I think you would really like it, but this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm honored. I do not deserve such a well-drawn Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus is my favorite dinosaur, everybody, if you did not know that. I have Parasaurolophus emotes. It's also one of my favorite dinosaurs to type into people's chats and listen to them try to pronounce because it looks like a mouthful. Yeah, William Stout does cool dragons and fantasy stuff too. Yeah. I don't deserve everything, but I appreciate the sentiment, Charlie's Dragon. This is so cool, Woltering. I'm totally gonna be looking at this all day. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I love it. Seriously, folks, go follow Woltering if you're not already. Very nice guy. Just does sketch requests on stream, and does a lot of traditional like ink work and stuff. You weren't familiar, but you love his work. I thought you might. Yeah, no, he's great. You deserve that Parasaurolophus. Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. Go find Jess Carp on YouTube, her video that says, I tried to draw everything. I love her art style. Oh, cool. Nice. I'll have to check that out. Feel free to also post that in the videos share section of the Discord too, if you think other people might enjoy it who aren't on stream right now. Sounds really fun. But I hope you're doing well, Woltering, and thanks again for showing me. I appreciate that. We're just doing some studies this morning. This is a photo I took of the view out my front door at my studio yesterday. It was extreme. It was 2 degrees when I took this, so the blurry effect is literally like my phone being warmer than the outside and creating condensation on the case. And I just didn't notice at the time and didn't wipe it off, but... She does some dinos! Oh, that's awesome! I mean, drawing everything sounds like a great way to improve. Oh no, am I in the wrong layer? What's happening? Ah, there we go. Doing well here, and I hope that the same for you. Aw, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little tired today. It was kind of a long couple of days, battling the elements, as it were. Kind of obsessing over my studio temperature, trying to make sure nothing froze and broke. But yeah, that's it's everything. I can hear everything melting and falling off the trees behind me right now. So if you guys hear like loud crashes, my house isn't falling apart. It's just all the snow that's packed up like this on tree branches outside is all falling right now and making loud sounds. So yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Other than being sleepy and waiting on a call from the insurance company, I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, I will definitely check that out, sharing. And also, I've been really bad about this lately, folks. I apologize. While I'm thinking about folks to shout out, I know Isol was here earlier. You guys should go follow me at Isol. I don't know if we already got a shout out for her or not, but just in case. There's so many cool artists that pop in. I try to shout out when I can remember to, but just know that I appreciate you all. And I think everyone's amazing, and Art Twitch is amazing, and I hope every artist on the planet discovers Art Twitch, and that we just abandon all other social media. And there we go. That's my goal. You did add it. Okay, thank you, sharing. I appreciate that. You like that plan, Painted King? Hey, speaking of cool artists on Twitch, thanks for popping in. We rated Painted King the other day. We are doing some snow studies today. It's very snowy. I don't know about where you're at, but where everybody else is. In the US, I feel like it's pretty snowy. Abandoned Discord? So, okay, does Discord count as a social media? No, not Discord. Discord is part of what makes Twitch. I feel like Discord and Twitch are like siblings. Like, you can't have one without the other. Or like they're a married couple. It's like, you know, I'm not sure what roles they play, but you know what I mean. They're partners. You got tons of snow here. Yeah, so this kind of worked out. I had already planned on doing snow studies today, but it just worked out that so many people have snow around them. You know, if anybody has photos on their phone of some cool snow scenes, or can even look outside to do some quick studies, I always recommend, if people are able to draw from observation. That's the fastest way to get better. But yeah, welcome to the art gym. I think we were talking about this when we rated into you. This is what I do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in the mornings. I'd love to do it more days a week, but I have a day job, unfortunately, so I can't do it the other days. At least not yet. We'll see what the future holds. But yeah, it's just kind of an opportunity to hold myself accountable and anybody else who wants to draw with me accountable to actually doing studies like we all talk about doing as artists. It's like, oh yeah, I need to draw from observation more. I need to do more studies. I need to practice things and draw things I'm not comfortable with. And the idea is to draw something that challenges you, and that's why we say we're here. I didn't highlight this today, I usually do. We're here to get the bad drawings out. So that's the goal. We're all just kind of mutually acknowledging that we're going to draw terribly, and we're going to draw things that we don't normally draw, and that's okay. We're here to suffer together. Yeah, thanks for popping in and checking out the stream. And if you guys aren't following Painted King, somebody that we met pretty recently, I forget who it was. Somebody rated me into your channel last week, and I was like, oh man, I love the vibe here. This is great. And yeah, always discovering new artists here on Twitch, and I'm always looking to expand who is out. Like, I want to know more folks. In fact, if anybody's on Blue Sky, I know a lot of you've heard me talk about this a lot, but I'm making some starter packs for Twitch artists. So if anybody's on Blue Sky and you're an art streamer, check that out. Check out some other artists, support some other artists, and then let me know that you are on there. Because I also just don't know everybody, and like, I spent like 2 days last week trying to find everybody, and it literally took 2 solid days, and I'm like, I don't have the time I can't spare that amount of time. So I'm just kind of, the second starter pack is getting built more slowly, but it's getting full. There's quite a few people that I'm slowly finding, or that I'm like, are following me on Blue Sky, and then I'll click back and see that they stream on Twitch. And what I tried to do is include people who stream art primarily instead of gaming. Like, it's like, I mostly want it to be an art support thing. And then people who've streamed relatively recently. So like, if you haven't streamed on Twitch in like a year, like any art in a year, it's like, well, I want people to be able to find other artists who are actively streaming on Twitch. So we can all meet more people. Yeah, Oddsy starter packs. In fact, I think you're on there. Let me check. Here, I can link you guys to it. Here's the one, if you want to share the one that already exists, I can link you to the one that has been shared already. And then I have a second one. If you don't know, you can go to people's profiles and scroll over to where it says starter pack, and on the profile, and you can see the second one. I feel like I put you on there. I'm trying to put anybody that I know, or maybe you're on the first one. I feel like I swear I added your name to one of them. Odd. Yeah, you're on it. You're on it, Oddsy. Surprise. Of course you are. You're a streamer who is on art. Who does the arts. You think it's a great concept. Glad that you're doing. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that. Thanks for popping in and checking it out. The more folks I meet from the Twitch art community, the more. Same, honestly, Painted King. I started. So for anyone who doesn't, I apologize to anyone who already knows this story. You've heard me tell it so many times. I know I'm the worst. Feel free to mute me. But for anyone who doesn't know, I actually started streaming on Twitch like years and years ago, but I was basically too intimidated and too afraid of the internet to actually like go and meet people. So I just kind of like streamed And whoever found me, and that was just kind of, and I think a lot of artists do it that way. So I really do think there's a lot of really isolated, incredibly skilled artists out there that are just like, we're all kind of, a lot of us are kind of introverted. And I got kind of discouraged over time. Things happened and I stopped streaming for a while. I got back into it last year, and with the intention of actually trying to meet people. And yeah, I basically like tried to get on other people's chats and find more artists. And it's been awesome. Like the amount of people that I've met doing art and I don't know, just like doing really cool things with their channels, and so many cool communities. I've gotten really passionate about Twitch as an art platform because I just think like it's doing all the, yes, I am rambling, but to me, I feel like it's doing all the things that all the other social medias claim that they're doing or are trying to do. But like Twitch, if you even like remotely step into an art stream, especially, like the art Twitch community specifically is so supportive. Like almost every art stream that I've been in, not all, but almost every art stream that I've been into, like they're always like, oh, you're an artist too, show me your work, or I want to know what kind of art you do. Like everybody's just so interested in what everybody else is doing, and I feel like you don't really find that on other social medias. Like every other social media I've ever tried to share my art on has been like, you feel like you're shouting into the void and everybody is shouting, trying to get everybody's attention, and nobody is like talking about other people. And I just feel like Twitch is like the opposite of that because of like raids and shoutouts and just the way that you can really build community here. I really think it's just ideal, and I don't think enough artists really think about it as an option for a way to get their art out there. And I kind of wish more people would. Like I've got quite a few art friends that I've sort of, like a few anyway, that are thinking about, I mean, we've talked to a few people here in chat into streaming. Our wonderful Not Amaze, he streams now. We've bullied him into it. But I have some friends that are interested in trying it based on, I guess, the things I've shared about my experience here. I just think it's great. I think art Twitch is great. I think if you even remotely get involved in a community, almost every solid art community that I've been a part of, it's all about sharing work and supporting each other. And I just think that's fantastic. So anyway, there's my TED talk on why art Twitch is great. Yes, exactly, Rue. That's a great way to say it. Superficially creating good community feels like a paradox. It has to happen organically to work out best. Yes, which Twitch's function promotes community and connection. Exactly. Yeah. Way to say that more eloquently than me. Yeah, art Twitch tends to be very community driven. Yeah, no, I love it. I think everybody I've met here is fantastic. There's some amazing artists, and honestly, like no joke, it is so cool to get to actually hang out in a chat with somebody like Aaron Blaze, for example, who, like, granted, like the bigger, more well-known artists may not be as involved in their own communities, but there are communities that are built around their streams too still. And maybe not as much with Aaron Blaze because he's not super specifically involved in Twitch, but there's so many industry pros, people who work in game development and animators who work on like Disney and like huge productions that stream here on Twitch, and you can just hang out with them and talk to them. And I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like people pay big money to have access to industry pros like that, you know? And it's like here on Twitch, it's just like, oh, I can just like casually establish a relationship with an artist I really admire, and it doesn't cost me anything, and all I have to do is hang out in their chat and just be a regular presence. Like there's people who know who I am now that I'm just like, I'm like a little intimidated. Like why, how, I'm just a fan, and like now I'm suddenly on your radar. And I think it's an underlooked opportunity for a lot of things. So anyway, you found that the game, hey Plot, how you doing? You found that the game dev community is super, yes, game dev is great. Science Twitch is like this too. Art Twitch, I feel like a lot of the smaller communities are very much like this on Twitch. Yeah, it's like accidental networking, exactly. It's like you're there because you enjoy the art and it's cool to get to talk to somebody, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I just made a connection, like I made a contact. Angoinus I am, exactly. Thor, wait, hold on, I'm behind in chat. Let me scroll up a little bit. Hey John Define Painter Art, how are you? What if it's half and half? What if what's half and half? Let's see. Will this finally be the thing that gets you to create a Blue Sky account? Hey, Painted King, if it does, I would be honored to add you to the next starter pack. So you just let me know if you're still here. Feel free. We're snowed in here in Louisiana. Oh my gosh, John Define Painter Art. My goodness. Stay warm. I know that's not usual for you guys. Yeah, where is the chicken? That is weird, Amaze. I don't know why it didn't play. Yes, exactly. It's like talking to a wall. Hey, but at least I'm rambling and drawing at the same time. I'm getting better. This is improvement. This is character development for me, guys. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I'm glad that a lot of people feel the same. Twitch, I feel like if you just get involved in Twitch, the mistake I made that I wish I could go back and change is obviously just like not being so afraid of being known. And I still struggle with that sometimes. Like, actually, some of you were here for it. I kind of had I was having like, not a panic attack, but definitely like a lot of anxiety about sharing that starter pack on Blue Sky for some reason. I don't know why. It just like really, I got way too in my own head about putting it out there, and then like, I don't know, I think I was afraid that I would upset people because I could only fit 150 accounts on there, and there's way more people than that than I wanted to include. And so I was like, I think I was mostly nervous that somebody would get upset or offended if they weren't on the list, which would not be my intention. But I think also just like, I don't know, just putting myself out there in a way that like attracts attention to me has always been stressful. Social media has always been a conundrum. Twitch is a conundrum for me. But anyway, it's been really cool to like meet so many people from Twitch and from the packs and on Blue Sky. Blue Sky's hopping right now for artists, by the way. If anybody, even if you don't stream art, you know, I still recommend, if you're an artist, get over there. Like, it's really good. Good way to meet people right now because everybody's out there trying to connect. Yeah, you went from, so Painted King says, I went from gaming to art for stream after I started watching art streams. That's awesome. That's so cool. Blue Wolf D says, oh, this is like a Twitch art testimony. I love this. The Twitch art community has been incredibly welcoming and inspiring. Yeah, I agree. I've met so many traditional artists that have inspired me to like, you know, like B. Diesel, who we shouted out earlier. Like, I want to do more oil painting and like try to use traditional media, which I haven't touched in like a decade. There's just so many cool like watercolor paint. Like, we got rated by Margot Simone last night. Margot is an incredible watercolor painter. There's so many cool folks out here doing cool things, and it's very inspiring for sure. Cloak and Coffee, welcome in. And then there's me, who lurks for your chatty nature and isn't artistically inclined at all. But I appreciate you, Cloak and Coffee. I appreciate anybody who will lurk on me and tolerate whatever this yappy, rambly mess is. Thank you. It really means a lot, honestly. Let's see. You're also interested in streaming art, but you don't have a way of doing it just yet. Started to dabble in weekly game stream. That's nice, yeah. I mean, I think even with gaming, I don't know, anybody who is on the gaming side can speak more to this. My guess would be that it's similar with gaming, it's just more like niche game communities. So like, if you get to know streamers who are already streaming games that you enjoy, and you hang out in their communities and you get to know them, like, do it genuinely. People can tell if you're only there to try and network and try to like pull people to come watch you. Like, don't do it disingenuously, but if you're doing it intentionally to find people who are interested in what you're interested in, you're gonna find your people. It's just gonna organically happen because that's just how Twitch is built, you know? It just seems to work that way. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, I would imagine it works same, but I don't know. Gaming seems like it could be a whole different animal, and I don't have any... I'm still a little bit afraid of game Twitch, to be honest. Like, I'm a little bit afraid to play games on Twitch because I don't want to attract bad attention. Because I've heard horror stories, but I'm sure, depending on the community you're in, there's probably really, really healthy communities that are not toxic, and there's probably really bad communities, and I just don't know the difference. So I'm just afraid of all of it, like you do. Pirate Software is an example. I've been hearing a lot about Pirate Software lately. Something big happened with them last year, right? I don't, for as long as I've been on Twitch, I don't really know that many things about like the big people on Twitch. Just art Twitch. Thor is a legend? Who's Thor? I need to get off social media and get more real life people and be more aware of what is... Yeah, there's a balance for sure. Dan the BC Man, for sure. It's easy to get sucked in, I will say. Twitch is unique in that way too, because it feels very conversational. But I think you can have both. Like, I don't know, I feel like I need to probably do a better job of it this year, but generally I think it's easy to have it's not easy, but it's possible to have a balance, you know? Let's see. You don't have to be paparazzi chasing people down in order to talk to them on Twitch. People invite, yes, exactly, invite to a space they personally monitor so they're comfortable in when speaking to others. The internet has really changed all sorts of, that's true. That's true. Artist example is, I'm going to spell it very not wrong, but Domo Stanton does artwork for one of the major comic book companies. They will not stream what they're not allowed to, but they do occasionally stream. Who is this, Loden? I'd love to know. Yeah, I'm trying to find more people. Like, I've been trying to put more industry people on the lists, too, and follow a lot of folks. Hey, E-Love, how are you doing? Speaking of wonderful artists I've met on Twitch. You used to watch Dave Greco stream, yes. Dave, I do follow Dave Greco on Twitch. I don't think he's streamed in a while, but he was thinking about going freelance, but he ended up not doing that. He streamed not too long ago on Twitch. Well, like a few months ago. I think he may be on one of the starter pack lists that I put together. Oh, those are cute, Cloak and Coffee. The speedrun community with Games Done Quick is great. Oh, is it? I know one speedrunner, Reiko Dactylus. I only know him through Science Twitch, but his community seems really nice. Streamer of the Year? Oh, okay. I'm guessing, yes, that could be true, Rue, that games just naturally attract more competitive people. That could be true. So there's gonna be more passion. What a delicate way to put that. I love that. When it comes to some opinions. It's just a game, doesn't fly. Yeah, that I can see that for sure. I'm sure there's certain, like I've been told some of the like, which makes sense, like the P2P games, like player versus player games can be really bad communities to be in, like where you're actually competing. But I imagine games like when we played Journey, you guys, did you know there's an adorable little Journey Discord with all these Journey fans, and they just play Journey together, and it's all very chill, and there's an art section, and I kind of want to draw Journey fan art because of them. Like, there's all these nice little niche game communities out there that I think are probably just as cozy. I think it's just about finding the right ones, probably. And then, you know, as long as it's a game you actually enjoy. But again, I'm not a Twitch game streamer, so I don't really know the ins and outs of the game side. But the art side's cool. Pirate Software was one of the big advocates for us getting a game in software development category. Oh, interesting plot. I didn't know that. That's cool. Partner is fairly popular challenge runner for Atlas Games, so some of his views have come by. Viewers have come. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, Pumpkin Pie, that's how it works, though. So, like, I had a similar thing happen to me. Like, I'm really into the art side of Twitch, but I really like the science and education streamers. Like, we had yesterday, one of the math streamers was in here, like, talking math with us. I used to be a teacher, for those who don't know, so there's, like, a part of me that is just, I just like learning stuff. I'm a learning things dork, I guess. But there's a really pretty healthy and vibrant science and education community here on Twitch, and so I actually hung out with them quite a bit last year, and still do. But I think that really helped me a lot too, because there's a lot of people who didn't even know there was an art side of Twitch, or like didn't really come to this side, and like now I see them in other art streamers chats and stuff. That's just how it goes too, you know. You're able to discover things that you didn't know that you were interested in, or didn't know that you had the option to hang out on here on Twitch, and I really like that part of it too. It's so much more than just games. And it's cool that it seems like people are kind of like getting into that. The only thing you know about last year is Pirate Software was the first to break the level 1000 hype train. Wow. Wow. I didn't even know hype trains could go that high. Jeez Louise. I hope everybody got a very special emote for that. Or something. Wow. Well, that's really cool that he raised money for charity. That's awesome. I'm doing okay, love. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm here. Plot says, I have a bunch of other RL friends who stream, and they got you to affiliate. And like, so, yeah, we've got some folks here in chat, actually, in my little community that's how it works, right? Like, you get to know people. Like, you get to know people, and then once they know you, it's just like hanging out with your friends, basically. So I feel like if you come into Twitch and you just start off by knowing nobody and just streaming and shouting into the void, that's when it's a lot more like other social medias where you just kind of have to get lucky and the right person has to stumble across your stream, right? But like if you actually are involved in other communities and like you already know some folks, and then if you just like mention on the Discord like, oh hey, I was thinking about streaming, your friends are gonna want to come hang out with you. You know, it's just like how it is. Also here, the only place I've seen you is in science. Yes, yeah, you've definitely seen me over there. But I don't know, it just depends on where you hang out. Like there's a couple of game dev streams that I hang out on. There's a pixel art game dev person that I've been hanging out on their stream quite a bit. Just like lurking, not really in chats as much. I'm so busy and my time is so limited. I haven't really had as much time. And it's actually one of the things I need to get a better grip on this year is to not be in chats quite as much, because or at least be very judicious about the chats that I'm in, because I spent a lot of time hanging out in Twitch chats last year, and I have a lot of things I have to do that have been pushed to the side, so I need to be better about self-control. I'm just, I don't know if you guys know this, I'm just a little bit of a chatterbox, so if there's an interesting topic happening on a stream, it's really hard for me to not like jump in and just like want to be a part of that and like ask questions or share information or something. So I think there's a way for me to do that that's balanced. I just need to figure out what that balance is. You hadn't noticed? Well, let me tell you. Let's see, outside here, oh, I already read that. Let's see, that's what Games Done Quick does 2 times a year, 1 week, 2 separate charities, and lots of crazy 24/7 streams. Oh, wow, interesting. I don't really know how anyone does a 24-hour stream, to be honest. It sounds like a lot. Sorry, not 1,100. They want to try and get the record break back this April. Oh, really? Wow. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I feel like stuff like that, like that's a good place. I don't know. That would be a good place to like meet other sections of people on Twitch that I don't already know. Because I mostly feel like I know, at this point I feel like I know at least some percentage of art Twitch, but there's a lot of hidden gems out there outside of art Twitch that I haven't really spent any time looking at. I'm just, there could be something out there that really clicks with me that I just don't know about. Painted King, you are a professional lurker at this point. You're constantly getting called away, so you feel bad. Oh yeah, no, that's... I can't speak for everybody, but I know for me, I do not expect anybody to be able to stay for a whole stream. I know how my schedule is, and I can only imagine that everyone else is similar. I appreciate when anyone pops in to say hi, but I also appreciate when people just lurk, honestly. Lurking, I mean, you're a streamer. Lurking does a lot. I mean, it helps people find the channel just by hanging out here, even if you don't say anything. I'm getting way too involved in this. I did not mean to do all of this, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me just draw this fence. There's a couple of tangents in this image. It's funny too, because like I know what's here, so there's just like a lot of fencing right here because there's like a horse corral right behind that. I'm just gonna draw a little goat. Little goat. And then I think we're actually I'm gonna do maybe one more quick study. And then I think I'm gonna start looking at what you guys have done, because I know we missed yesterday because my internet died in the middle of my cheese stream. I was very sad. So I didn't actually get to finish that. Sorry. Getting a call, but not from the insurance people, so we're gonna keep going. So I know I have like yesterday's studies to look at, and then like the stuff that happened since Wednesday's stream. So we have a little bit of a backlog anyway. But I'm gonna say you got about 5 minutes. If you are still working on a study that you wanted to share today, just again make sure that it is a study and not like a finished piece or something drawn from imagination. There are guidelines that we try to mention as often as possible up in the pinned section of the Discord. If you are not sure, just ask a mod, and it's not like a huge deal or anything. It's just to help everybody sort of encourage each other to do studies. That's the whole point. and to prevent people. We've had in the past some issues with people trying to self-promote during warm-up streams, like using it as a way to get their art just on the screen. So that's the only reason that we try to monitor that. But don't stress about it, folks. We're just here to encourage each other. So hopefully that's what it is for everybody. Lurkers are the real ones for sure. Yeah, definitely. No, legit. Let's see. I'm behind in chat again somehow. So you go for streams that are less chatter and more music, so I can co-work at the same time, says Plot. So you probably hate this. But that's the cool thing about, especially Art Twitch. I feel like there's a type of stream like that for everybody. There's so many artists that I hang out with on Twitch that I don't really talk, I just listen because they have really nice playlists and they don't even have a mic. You know, there's no cam, it's just them drawing. So I always try to say, if anybody's wanting to get into art streaming on Twitch, don't feel like you need a whole setup. You don't need a webcam. You don't need, I mean, unless you're doing traditional media, but then all you really need is a smartphone, you know, point it at your picture and just do your hands drawing, you know? Like, I've seen all kinds of art streams out there and they're all, like, all different types of art streams that are very successful doing very different types of streams. So don't feel like there's a barrier to entry there. Hey, Teacup Stack, how are ya? You have a puzzle up for your lurkers. Oh, that's fun. That's a good idea. I've been on a stream that has like a digital puzzle. I've thought about doing that. I don't know if that'd be something people would be interested in. Your internet cheese, the cheese, yes, it did. It did load in. Yeah, I was so sad. Oh no. Can I turn down the music? Oh, I'm so sorry. It sometimes depends on the song. So like this song, I don't even think you can hear. Yeah, some of my songs are just like rated a little higher. I don't really know how to equalize those well. Sorry it was loud though. I can turn this one up because I don't think you guys can hear it at all. Casey, I won't have an excuse anymore. Sorry, never mind. I mean, you totally have to have so many things and there's a lot of barriers to entry to streaming art on Twitch. Bridalette, thank you so much for that sub. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you for looking. You guys, Bridalette, I actually... Okay, I don't mean to call you out on stream. I was checking out your channel and I saw that I missed you streamed the other day. Did you guys know Bridalette streams? If it's okay, I'd like to give you a shout out. But if you're trying to secretly stream, then ignore everything I said. But your work is great. And it's cool to see that you're streaming. Kilted Ninja, welcome in. Yes, indeed. Hey, Frozen Yak, how's it going? Good to see you. Okay, good. I'm glad, Plot. I was like, dang, I ramble probably too much for you. Interestingly enough, you got snow today in Houston. Everybody's getting snow. This timing of this worked out really well. And if, just so you know, we are going to be doing the like kind of look at everyone's studies for in just a few minutes. I'm going to say probably in like 5 minutes. I'm going to do one more quick like sketch study. And then we're going to go into the Discord and see what everybody has done. So if you want to be a part of that, thanks, Amaze. Yeah, you guys should go follow Bridalette. Might need some extra motivation. Bridalette, your work's amazing. Hopefully you can find your motivation again. But I totally understand too. Sometimes you just have those days. I feel like I need to take a break at some point because I haven't really taken a break in a while. We'll see if that happens. But if anybody wants to be a part of the show and tell piece of the warm-up streams that we're about to do, it's just, again, guys, it's just an accountability session to kind of encourage each other to actually do the hard work, the boring stuff, right? Quote unquote boring, which is the studies, the drawing from observation, the practicing of things we're not comfortable with drawing. So the idea is to draw from observation with the intent of learning and to encourage other artists to do it. And if you want to share what you came up with, anyone of any skill level is welcome. I just ask that it's work safe. So like if you did a figure study, please make sure that it's, not going to get me in trouble. But yeah, that's kind of the main guideline there. And we also do a showcase that's coming up in a couple of weeks. If you did want to show, like if you have a piece you really want to show on stream, I'd love to show it. I show pieces for raids, like when people raid in. I'd happy to show artwork then. And then we also do a showcase, a monthly art showcase that you can join. It's one piece per person per month, but you can also post social links and advertise any projects you're working on. Like it's a kind of a self-promotion and here's what I'm working on, here's what I'm proud of kind of moment that we do every month for the community. So if you want to be a part of that, you have still like 2 weeks-ish to get a piece in there. I recommend doing it. If you're thinking about it, do it right now. You can always, post a new one later and then delete the old one if you find something you want to use better or different. But yeah, we have like multiple options of art sharing here on Twitch. So A tasseled wobbegong. Didn't you already ask for that one? Not a cartoon? I don't know how to draw it. Not a cartoon. My style is cartoonish, Frozeniak. You're asking for a lot here. Okay, we'll do the drawing animal in just a second. Let's see. You love learning and studies too, but there's, yes, different vibes for times for sure. Okay, before I forget, let me just do the tasseled wobbegong really fast. For anyone who's not been here for a Draw Me an Animal, it's just a game that we play here on the stream every once in a while. It's like every, excuse me, every 30 minutes, somebody can redeem a Draw Me an Animal, and I will have to draw that animal with no hints, so please no hints in the chat. I mean, listen, like, are you sure, Frozeniak? Because literally, I'm pretty sure that's the last one I did. It was very recently. But I'll try not to, I mean, I'll do what I can to not draw it the same way, but I'm not gonna lie. You may have wasted your points a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, we just did this one, so if you want to do a different one, let me redeem your points. If you have a different animal, you can request it. Let's see. How do I do that? I need to figure out how to do this. Let's see. Did those. Draw me an animal. Refund. Yeah, I'll refund you. So if you want to do a different critter, feel free for it. Or feel free to do it. Oh my gosh, what the heck does that even mean? Hey, Ricodactylus, how are you? Yeah, just put it into the redeem request. Or is it on cooldown? If it's on cooldown, I'll just do it. I don't actually know how that works. Does the request go back into cooldown if it's been requested? Actually, I've never had that happen. I don't know how that works. Maybe I shouldn't have refunded. This month has gone by fast. It has. You sent one of your favorite winter landscape paintings in Discord. Ooh, in the art share? I'll have to check it out. Let's see. Very cool. I'll have to check that out later. Your max has been claimed. Save till later. Are you sure? I don't mind doing it right now if you want. Your max has been claimed. What does that mean? Next time you draw me an animal, ask for Rembrandt style, but oh my gosh, you're just supposed to submit the name. I can't do style requests too. This is just gonna be mock Casey for her lack of art history knowledge. Okay, well, let me know if it's able to go through. I'm happy to do the other one, even though I don't know what that is, so it wouldn't be a good drawing. Let's see. But anyway, if anybody wants to redeem that at some point, that's what that's about. Let me find one more. See, now you guys are all looking up the animal and I can't look at it and I'm like, dang it. I'm so curious. I kind of want to draw it just to get my curiosity sated. I do like the Draw Me an Animal for that reason, because we get to learn about new creatures. I have more time to find a good cartoon. Oh my gosh. No more Wile E. Coyote. That is not such a rule skirter, Frozeniak. Let's see. Where is? Oops, what did I do? I broke something. Hold on. There we go. Nope, I broke it again. Jeez Louise. I'm wildly curious what you think it is. I have no idea. A bandicoot. Alright, I want to draw like a heavily snowed tree. I like the colors in this one. The Wonderpuss? Is that the, oh geez. What's going on here? There we go. Look at this cool picture I just found. I want to draw this tree. It's brightly pink. I'm sure this has to have been photo edited. I can't imagine how. Unless you have an extremely pink sunrise. I can't imagine how it would be like this, but I'm getting like sunrise vibes for sure. I do like these colors though. They're very pretty. That is definitely not 5 minutes. Not with that attitude, oh my gosh. I have, let's see. You like my practices? I'm glad. I'm glad, ZBrush. I'm just honored anybody's here, and I'm very grateful that people hang out and draw with me, or just encourage me to draw by watching me and being like, hey Casey, you said you were gonna draw, you should probably draw. It means a lot. I have done more studies in the last year for sure than I've ever done in my life, so thank you guys. Yeah, exactly. If there's a lot of carbon in the air, ZBrush, for sure there can be. That's why you see really pretty sunsets over really smoggy cities. Especially if there's any clouds in the air, it just definitely adds to the does anyone else ever think of this from The Lord of the Rings? That quote that he says about a red sun rises, blood has been shed this night. I think about that all the time when I think about pollution affecting sunrises and sunsets. Because it makes sense, right? Blood has been shed. It means there's probably like a battle that happened because there's probably a lot of smoke in the air. And I just think about that almost every single time I see I see a lot of pollution in the air, or like a really smoggy kind of a sunrise or a sunset. Because it is really pretty. Does anyone else think about that specific quote, or am I just too heavily impacted by that movie? Probably that, I guess. I think it's just because of fog. I mean, fog definitely can impact it too. But I don't know, maybe I'm probably just being weird. I feel like I specifically think about that every time I see a really red sunrise or a sunset. Not pollution. But you weren't. Oh, I'm talking about a quote from Lord of the Rings that they say. I forget who says it. Was it Aragorn? I don't remember. You can't see the night sky though. Ugh, that is so sad. Yes, that is so true and so sad. I've been trying to watch for a lot more like space stuff ever since meeting some science people here on Twitch who are keeping me in the know about all the space happenings. There was a lot of space stuff last year, if you guys missed it. But it's so hard to get to a non-light polluted area to like actually see stuff. I didn't know about, maybe you guys all know about this and I'm just the last to hear, but I didn't know that there was like whole, what do they call it? Like dark cities? Like, there's one, one of them is in Arizona, I think. It's like a community of, it's like, they've basically turned all of the city lights into a, like, type of light that doesn't pollute, doesn't cause light pollution. So you still have light on the streets, but you don't have like the inability to see the sky like you do everywhere else. What is it called? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Dark sky community. Yes, Frozen Yak. We were talking about this on Stats Blokes channel. Yes, that's where I heard about it. Thank you. I'm glad you're here to help me not be sounding like I'm crazy. Yeah, that's really cool. It makes me want to like look up other places that are like dark sky cities or community or whatever they're called. It's like a movement. It's really cool. You like the idea of a very misinformed art historian who just thinks all Rococo art is on a swing. Oh my gosh, so funny. Hey Dally, how's it going? I'm just doing my last quick study here, and then we're about to look at everybody's work from the last while on Discord. So you're right on time. I hope your call went well. Thanks for hanging out. You have a tablet gathering dust, says Plot, but I've worked on my game dev. Hey, you know what? We all have interests that come and go, you know? So basically they want a smooth, realistic animal with deep, soft shadows, and it should be on a very sophisticated swing all, yes, with random floral. Yeah, lots of floral, so much floral. And honestly, a lot of this sort of like washed out, foggy appearance, I feel like is a big thing too. That's so funny. You've seen large moons around earthquakes. Oh. Wait, wow. Large moons? Interesting. Isn't that something about how, like, when the moon is really close to the horizon, something is happening with the light where it looks larger? Interesting. Also, how come so many earthquakes happen during the day? Does it have to do with heat? I feel like you don't hear about night earthquakes very often. Maybe I'm just not earthquake informed. Let's see. Oh yeah, no worries, Isol. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, I think I'm at the bottom. Here we go. There are red ones that not only help see the night sky, but also your eyes don't need to adjust, and they're good for bats. Oh, that's cool. So is that what they use in Flagstaff? Ultimate Pumpkin Pie? That's really interesting. I wonder if it's really expensive, or if it's something that we just would take time to like convert everybody's lights to, because I think that's a great idea. How cool would it be to not have to drive like 50 miles into the rural areas just to see the night sky? And to still be able to have the convenience of like living near cities that have like stores and things. Like, oh, that would be so cool. That would be a very positive, magical thing. I think that would be lovely to implement if we ever could find a way to do that. Oh my gosh, I just like the colors, honestly, in this. I'm not even doing a snow study at this point. I'm just like, oh, wow, look at these colors. I still can't quite tell if this was photo edited or not. You're not sure where they use them, but you've seen some pictures that are really interesting. Well, I think Flagstaff is one, but there's got to be other places too, right, Yak? Mostly dark sky areas use Norma lights, but they are set differently. Angled down so that nothing is wasted or shining up. Usually less lights are needed. Yeah! Oh, normal. Okay, I see. I mean, I didn't actually realize that we had lights that were angled up. That does seem useless, to shine light into this space. Like, we need to shine it on the ground. Fascinating. Check out Dark Sky. I will. Yeah, thank you. I'm curious to know if there's any other towns like in Colorado that are like that. That would be really cool. That would be awesome if Denver could do that. I bet Denver would be into that. Denver is into those kind of things. That feels like a very Denver thing. They're very like natural experiences first kind of a city. What's more natural than space? Some places light up their bill. That's true. I didn't think about that. Like in the cities, like for billboards and stuff. I bet billboards, but even with billboards, couldn't you just angle them down, like onto the billboard instead of angling them up? It feels like an easy, I mean, probably expensive, but like, it feels like a fix. Yeah, for advertising. No, that makes sense for sure. I think the red ones hang that way too. I'll have to look. I'm really curious about this. Hey, Rhea-san, how are you doing? Good to see ya. I may not finish this one. I actually might get too into this, and I kind of need to go do some other stuff today. So I'm not gonna spend, I don't think, any more time on stream on this. I might touch it a little bit off stream. Maybe after we raid, I'll lurk for a little bit and kind of poke at it. But let's get into the stuff that you guys have been doing, because I can just tell this is gonna take more than 5 minutes, and I don't want to get sucked in for another while. Yeah. Okay. I'll just say these are my studies for today. Cool. Let's go ahead and look at what you guys have been up to into the Discord. So if you have a study that you did, something from observation with the intent to learn, all that stuff, feel free to post it in the Discord. No outages anymore. No, not so far, but I'm also at home, not at the studio today. The studio was having the outage issue. Yeah, my internet went out like for just under 30 minutes yesterday. It's a little annoying, but what can you do? I just wish I would have known that it turned off my thermometer. Oh, thanks, Amaze. Yeah, and there's that Discord link if anybody needs it or wants it. No pressure. I know that everybody's got a Discord, and it's like can be overwhelming. So if you'd rather share a link to an image in the chat, that's fine as long as it's work safe. So far, we haven't had any issues with people taking advantage of that, and so we won't have to hopefully take that away. There it is. Studies. Okay. Scrolling. Everything looks work safe. Wonderful. Oh wait, is this work safe? Let me just check really fast. I always get a little nervous with the figure drawings, but so far they look good. Let me check this other one. Yeah, everything's great. Okay, cool. Let me find the top. Oh, here it is. Alrighty, perfect. So the way that this works is I go into the Discord and basically go up to my last one, which is the bats from the 15th. It's been since the 15th that we've done the show and tell, so it's been a little bit. And then we'll just kind of look at everything that people have done. If you are an art streamer and you did a warm-up, I'm happy to shout you out too. Just, spread the art Twitch love that we were talking about earlier. It's such a cool place, and there's a lot of cool artists on it. So this is my bat studies from when we did that, so I'm going to scroll below that, and anything below that, I think, yes, is stuff that we have not shared yet. So, moving to Moonsky. Moonsky Runner did a lovely figure study. I'm actually going to leave it small just in case Twitch does have an issue. It's kind of, I don't know, I'm a little nervous about Twitch these days, but it looks really, really lovely. Moonsky, really great form, really good gesture, really good proportion. Great study. Fantastic little figure sketch. Well done, and I think Moonsky Runner is the name, I believe. Hopefully, yes. So there's Moonsky's Twitch, if you'd like to go follow. Moonsky just recently started streaming art and recently hit affiliate. So thank you everybody who has followed and supported. Moonsky is a lovely artist, very chill art stream. Recommend go hanging out and just showing some support. So if you want to follow, just click that link at the top. The little heart, I mean. Hey Nimalak, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome on in. We are just doing the show and tell piece of the art study session. Oh my gosh, thank you for those bits. You did not need to do that. That's really sweet. I appreciate that, Nimalak. So superhero pose, I know, right? Yeah, very superhero. And Moonsky does a lot of like superhero and like a lot of Star Wars fan art and stuff lately too. Moving on to Charlie's Dragon, we have this lovely fox. Charlie's Dragon has posted the reference as well. You don't have to do that, but you're more than welcome to. Sometimes it can help us to see what you're drawing from, to kind of see like why you made decisions you made. It can be interesting, but you certainly don't have to post your reference. Charlie's Dragon says, I sort of crashed before adding the front legs and just gave up on them all. I can see now the back is too curved. Hey, good learning experience. That's the whole purpose. Remember, we're all here to get those rough drawings out of the way, right? So that we can make our way to more proficient drawing. So I think you're doing great. And Charlie's Dragon, I remember some of the other pieces that you've posted. I have certainly seen progress. So I hope that as long as you feel like you're learning and you're having fun, I actually honestly don't think you did that bad of a job on the front legs. I know you feel like you had to give up, but I think it looks really nice. It's very cute. Good job on the head shape. I mean, you've got the movement of the pose there. It looks great. Thank you for drawing along with us. I always appreciate it. Anyone who wants to draw. Exactly, it's a traditional and lovely fox. How are you? I'm drawing fluffy dinos. Oh my gosh, I love fluffy dinos. We do have an art share section too if you want to share some dinos. You don't have to though. But I hope that your fluffy dinos is going well. Thank you for popping in. Let's see, we've got one from HDMZ. HDMZ is another art streamer here on Twitch. Lovely, lovely figure studies. These are some really nice ones in perspective. Like, look at the perspective on this guy. I forget what that's called. It's not quite fisheye, is it? It's just a very extreme angle. But these are really nice perspective studies right here. And the gestures over here are lovely. If you don't know what a gesture is, by the way, chat, it's just when you're kind of timing yourself and drawing quickly to get the movement and the feel of the image in there. And kind of blocking in the proportions, the scale, all that kind of stuff. So gesture is something you can do. We do a lot with figures, but you can do it with animals. You can do gestures of anything, really. It just kind of helps you get a feel for the thing you're drawing. So especially if it's something you're not super comfortable with, it might be worthwhile to do some gesture studies, especially if you can go do them from life. I always recommend drawing from life if you're able to. But HMZ, these look fantastic. Thank you so much for joining and for participating. Get you a shout out right there. Feel free to go follow HDMZ. HDMZ has been doing tons of studies and things on Twitch. So if you haven't checked out one of HDMZ's streams, please feel free. You've chucked the current sketch into what? Yeah, perfect. I love to see it. Love seeing it. And we do have a works in progress share for that reason. Like, we were having, I didn't used to have it branched out into that, but we had so many people who were wanting to show progress pictures of their stuff as they're working. Like, feel free to post stuff in there as you go. That's what that section is for. Love seeing sketches. Yeah, these are great, right? HDMZ is cooking, as always. Yep. Very, very lovely. Here we are. I like to make sure I react to them before we scroll on. Water pop, if you do it simply, isn't it a rude gesture? Water pop, hello. Good point. I'll have to contemplate that. How are you doing? You can upload your line that you finished as the file is too big, but it's on Blue Sky. Oh, okay, nice. I'll have to go check that out. And you can always screenshot too if you'd like to share stuff. Yeah, really good foreshortening. So we have this this baggy coat test using the OC Akane. I'm not sure if I said the name right. Lovely coat study. It's definitely this is one of those like gray area images a little bit where it's a lot of the image is imagined, but this I can tell that the jacket is drawn from reference. It's a very lovely job with the wrinkles and everything too. Really, really good stuff for sure. Love it. The shading and stuff on this far arm is quite nice as well. I was looking at that for a little bit yesterday when it was posted. And Corby, I believe, I don't know if Corby's name is, I don't know if it's the same. I don't want to shout out the wrong person. So if a mod knows, I could look it up later too. But Corby also streams art here on Twitch. Hasn't in a little bit. I think had to take a break for work, but definitely go follow Corby if you're able to. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I didn't think to screenshot. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Lurkin, but done with your rude hand drawing now? Wait. What? Are you drawing inappropriate hand gestures? Water pop. Perfect, Nimalak. I look forward to seeing it. Yeah, yeah. It is very good folds for sure. Hectix, I don't remember if Hectix streams. You guys, I'm really bad at remembering that stuff. If you guys are in the chat and you do stream, just let me know so we can shout you out. I don't know. I have no idea if I'm spelling this right. My computer is making a very strange sound. Let's see. You kept it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't find Hectix or Corby, but I tried to do a quick search. But if anybody knows how to spell their names, let me know so I can shout them out. Hectix, these look really nice. These are great gestures. Really nice movement in these over here, especially. I don't know if you're doing timed. I think 1 minute and 30 seconds is what I'm seeing at the top there. Timing your gestures studies is always a good idea because it can kind of force you to make quick decisions, right? And like not, I don't know, just not like waffle too much on it, because that's what I tend to do when I'm doing studies, is sometimes I will get too involved in the details. So setting a timer and forcing yourself to do quick gestures, highly recommended if you've never done it before. It's always a good practice. You kept it safe? Okay. The dark skies part of the conversation reminded me of an article. Little town decided to create an edict to reduce light pollution via shutting off street lights and requiring people to close windows if they have lights on inside the house. Interesting. What town is that? Hey, Art of DHT, how you doing? It's good to see you. But yeah, these look fantastic. These look really, really great. Lovely, lovely job. Really nice studies. It's always fun to see gesture studies and stuff like this, because it always kind of makes me want to go do them, which is a good sign, I feel. It's always a good time whenever I'm motivated to do more studies than I normally would. So, yeah. Oop, and we have an ad break that's about to start. Let me see if I can catch that. Perfect. Paused it. Got it. You want to start doing quick time studies of dinosaurs? Yeah, that's so tough, because all we really have to go on, obviously, is fossils. I go back and forth on, yeah, I've done a fossil studies of dinosaurs here for the warm-up streams before, but it's so much of dinosaur art is kind of, there is a level of speculation there, and so I always, I don't know, it's definitely fun. I definitely think everybody should draw dinosaurs. It's a good time. It's definitely a good time. Oh, here we go. I found it. Perfect. Oops, did I just crash my stream? There we go. So I found that one, and then Hectix. I'm trying to find if Hectix streams. It's hard when... I can't remember if anyone remembers if Hectix streams, just let me know, because I'm not seeing anything in the Discord. I do try to shout out people if I know they stream when they participate in the warm-ups, but I apologize, Hectix, if you watch later and you're like, why didn't I get a shout out? I don't know if you stream or not. But this is lovely. Lovely work and great gestures. Thank you for sharing them with us. And it's always good to see, especially when it makes you want to do some more drawings, you know? Oh, and then we have one from Sloppy Salamander. Did a watercolor exercise over the weekend, so practicing watercolor for sure. Exercise was using values, tone, and sharpness to create distance. So is this like following a tutorial, Sloppy, or is this just, well, I'm curious if you're still in here. I would like to know what you were doing. I'd also been curious if I could draw directly on the wet paper. Yeah, so playing with technique, I mean, I might be doing something like this for a study, just to practice using mediums. It's really important when you're getting used to a new medium to practice, and kind of, that can also be a barrier to entry, right? It was an excerpt from a paid course. Cool. So you're basically following like kind of a guide or a tutorial. It's totally a valid type of study, you know? Sometimes I think what keeps me from trying watercolor or trying oils is just that I haven't done that. Like, I haven't just practiced. So, very inspiring to watch. Sloppy, I know, right? Sloppy has to let us know. Sloppy's been kind of doing some cool stuff too, off and on. It's been fun to watch. Let me finish reading this. Let's see. So basically you're playing with different techniques, wet on wet. What worked better was dipping the pencil tip into the water for each stroke like a fountain pen. Oh, you were using watercolor pencils. Oh, dang. I struggle with watercolor pencils. I also prefer to use it that way, to dip it and then draw with it. But it is kind of a hassle, yeah. I realized too late that the moment my pencils touched paper, I forgot everything Boss Ross ever taught me about drawing happy trees. So you ended up drawing schemas of trees. That's good use of the word schema right there, Sloppy. I see what you did there. We haven't talked about a schema in a while. But still, you're practicing technique. They're tree-shaped. It's a good watercolor practice. And it's cool that you're following along with like a watercolor step-by-step. I'd be really interested in that, actually. I think it looks great. I love like the textures you get with watercolor. I feel like if I could just learn to trust that the watercolor can do something nice, you know, and not be something that I have to like it's okay to let it go out of control. I think that's something I struggle with traditional media, is like kind of letting the textures and letting the medium itself just kind of make some of the decisions in a way. I think that's my biggest issue, that I'm just so acclimated to digital and having precise control over everything I'm doing, or even pencil. You know, you have more control than like watercolor and paint. So, but good on you for trying a new medium. That's awesome and super inspiring, Sloppy. Thank you for sharing your practice. Fantastic art gym. Workout session right there. Feels very abusive to the pencils. You tried watercolor pencil, Dan the BC man. And you need... Oh, I'm not... I think there may have been a mistype there. But that's really cool. That's okay. That's cool that you tried watercolor pencils. It's even better when it's in close-up. The textures? Oh yeah, watercolor textures are fantastic to look at. Like, I'm just really drawn to these kinds of, like, I like the idea of making like a sky or a cloud scene with watercolor, and I love a lot of the like the textures and the effects I've seen people get in watercolor, for sure. It's definitely something that makes me want to try. Drew a cat. Are you sure it's a cat? It looks like a fossa? Fusa? Fossa? I don't know how you say it. But I do know that it's fantastic. And well drawn image. Of course, by our wonderful mod, amazing fan. Sir, that's not a cat. I feel like it's a fossa. I mean, technically they are in the feline section of the tree. Oh no! We have an ad. Oh no, I missed it. I thought I hit snooze. Apparently I missed that last snooze. Interested in the looks of colored ink paintings. I've never played with colored ink paintings. It is a nice cat. You about to tell me it's not a cat? I mean, it's in the feline family, but it's a fossa. I think it's it's technically a feline. Yeah, it depends on how you define cat. While we're in this ad break, everybody, let's stretch and define cats. No, everybody unshrimp. I don't think so. They're caniforms. They're not caniforms. No, they're in the feline family. Jaguar Wendies are also feliforms, yeah. No, I think you're thinking of hyenas. Hyenas are the ones that people always think are dogs, but they're actually cats. Well, they're not cats, but they're feliforms. It's like, that's like cats are in feliform, but they're not It's just a silly terminology thing. We're just being silly. Let's see. Go ahead and unshrimp, everybody, if you can hear my voice. Sorry, I'm thinking about the tree of life now. But if you can hear me, what we like to do during ads is just arch the back, push the shoulders together, and just kind of hold. And you're going to tense those muscles and just sort of unshrimp yourself, as we like to call it. I also like to try and engage my neck in this too. Fossa are really cool animals. Is it fossa or fussa? Somebody please correct my pronunciation. I used to call it a fusa, but I think that was wrong. I heard a friend say fusa. And so I said fusa for a long time, but I think it's fossa? I don't know. Anyway, I'm very confused about how to say it, but it is a cool creature if you've never heard of one before. They have really, really cool eyes, yes. And really cool hands. Go look at their feet. Maze, you're about to get me on an animal deep dive here. Yes, they're really, really pretty. Really, they live in Madagascar. I think they're one of the only, if not the only, predator on Madagascar. And they mainly hunt lemurs, so that's part of why they have such long limbs and stuff, is because they're like chasing around these arboreal animals. They're really, really cool. It's a cool creature to feature. Don't forget to do your carpal tunnel stretches too, guys. Apparently, fossa and fusa are both correct? What? Google says it's fossa. Well, this beautiful, mysteriously named animal that is very feline in nature is lovely and well drawn, and we're going to talk about it more when the ad breaks. I'm trying to wait so that everybody can hear me gush about it. I try not to do stream-related things whenever there's an ad, so we're just stretching. Yes, you did great. End of the story, you did great. Okay, I think we're out of ad breaks, hopefully. So thank you again for that shout out for Maze, but if anybody did not see it yet, did you know that this was drawn by our wonderful mod, AmazingFan15? If you're not already following Amaze, he does wonderful character work, obviously a very great draftsman, really good line work, great structure to his drawings always, and he does a lot of like comic work and animation as well. So if you are interested in any of that stuff, make sure you follow AmazingFan15. Yes, the eye is lovely. I actually really love the muzzle. I keep looking at the nose. But I mean, yeah, you did a great job with all the details. Everything looks fantastic. Well done. Great study. Fantastic. And a great creature. Thank you for introducing this animal to people who maybe had not heard of it before. It's a really cool one. Definitely worth investigating. Okay, well, the cheese. You guys, I'm still so sad that I didn't get to finish my cheese study yesterday. So yesterday was cheese day, apparently. And so I thought it would be fun to do cheese studies, because we've been talking about how we should do more food and more objects and stuff for the warm-ups, because it's just not something that a lot of us spend a lot of time studying or drawing. And I was so sad that my internet died during cheese day of all days. I didn't get to finish my cheese, but you guys did some cheese, so that's exciting. Yeah, thank you for that follow for Maze, Nimalek. You won't regret it. So Yangularu has some fun cheese facts for her cheese animation. You guys, by the way, if you're not following, swords, we have done weapons before, but we can do those again. I probably need to. I don't draw them often enough. Make sure you go follow Yangularu, everybody, if you're not already following Rue. Fantastic art streamer who does these animation studies, like while we're doing these warm-ups, we'll like go find the reference and like it's really cool when you've done too. I mean, this looks awesome also, it's making me hungry. But like when you find like a video of like an animal doing something and then you animate that as a study, like that is so cool. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. Maybe that's a thing in animation and I'm just so out of the loop with animation that I didn't realize that that was a thing. But it's so impressive to me that Rue is able to do these studies while we're doing these streams. But here's some fun facts. So mozzarella will pull like this. A lot of cheese don't. Cheese pulls are often faked on YouTube Shorts. Gasp. Something fake on YouTube? They will cut the sandwich and then add in some singles and let it melt, so it's not an accurate demonstration of whatever cheese they're claiming to pull. Rude. Rude. But look at this beautiful, delicious looking cheese. It makes me so hungry, Rue. I don't even think I have any cheese. I want pizza because of it. I know, like Rue, I don't know if you guys know this, but during streaming, Rue did an animation for every single day of streaming, and one of them was a cheese day, and she did this like basically an advertisement for her Havarti cheese, And ever since then, you guys, this is why advertising works. Advertising works because literally every time I go to the store now, I walk by the deli counter in the cheese section, I'm looking for Havarti, and I think about Rue's little infomercial about how Havarti cheese has like a buttery texture or something, and I think about the little mouse that was selling me cheese, and they didn't even pay Rue for this. This is why it works. This is why I want to try it now, and I still haven't tried Havarti cheese because it's never on sale. It's always so expensive. They don't have any store brand Havarti, so I keep walking by the cheese counter and just like, yep, it's still $15. Not buying that today. Like, and I just keep going. One day it's going to be under $15 though, and that is the day I will try it, and I'll let you know. But Rue, this is great. I mean, I love that you do these studies while we're out here. It always makes me so hungry though when you're doing food. Citric acid can help me. I didn't know that. Oh, that's okay. No worries, Sloppy. That's your hangry texting coming out because Rue is so good at advertising cheese that it makes everybody want it. Aldi has it at 43 cents an ounce. Nice. I don't think do we have Aldi's in Colorado? Aldi, Colorado. When will Denver get an Aldi? Yeah, so that's the answer to that question. That's the first thing. There are no Aldi's. Yeah. I mean, we barely have Walmarts here. There's not even a Walmart in my town because it's so expensive. Anyway, another cheese study, Ray of Sun. I don't believe Ray of Sun streams. Let me know if that's wrong, Ray of Sun, but I love this. The lighting is so nice. Fantastic study. So it looks like you studied like these edges. Like I can see like this part and this part, and then it seems like you kind of took what you learned and applied it maybe. This is lovely. Great lighting, honestly. I love how you incorporated that bright lighting into the shadow and into the surrounding area. Looks delicious. The lighting is magnificent, right, Rue? It's so good. It's so good. Next time I'm in Texas, I thought about it next time I was in Texas to like make a stop. The problem is keeping food refrigerated for 12 hours in my car. That's what stops me from doing food runs as much when I go to Texas. I have a few times, but what I end up doing is I have to freeze it the night before and then let it sit in my cooler frozen with ice packs to like keep it until it gets back. But I might do that. It kind of looks like butter. I mean, part of that might be just because it seems like some of this was like you took the textures from the study but then applied it in a different way. But it's still, I mean, it still looks like cheese to me. The crumble right here really sells it, I think. You don't own a cooler? I do own a cooler. But well done, Ray of Sun. This looks fantastic. Thank you so much for doing studies with us. Is Casey dinging or am I dinging? Am I dinging? What do you mean dinging? I don't hear anything. I think it must be you. I don't know. Dry ice under your ice. We'll keep it cold. Oh, that's a good idea. Where do you get dry ice? I don't even know where you buy that. It's beautiful. The cheese. The cheese. Let's just like hand over your heart for the cheese, folks. I'm so sad I didn't get to finish my cheese. Maybe I'll do it later. Some grocery stores, yeah, maybe I can get it at a grocery store. This one is from Dally. I don't know if Dally is still here, but I do think Dally streams. Yeah. Dally did a lovely 15-minute ice study. This is lovely. Oh man, these are great colors. What a wonderful palette. I think this is the same thing that pulled me about that tree that I pulled. It was just like those pinks. Something about the way ice and snow reflects color. It just feels so clean. I don't know how else to say it. Beautiful stuff. Really, really lovely. Lovely reflective light. Like, great job with the values. Yeah, the forms, exactly water pop. Everything is so nice. Yeah, this is a really quick paint study. Oh, here's the photo. Perfect. Ooh, beautiful picture. I'm gonna have to pin that if I don't already have it. I'm stealing it. Oh, I love it. This is great. Really nice study. And there are some benefits to going quickly, right? Because it forces you to just like look closely at the shapes and block in those colors and just like move. You don't have time to overthink it. So that's really awesome that you did this. Really, really lovely. Thank you so much for sharing. And guys, don't forget to follow Dally. It does a lot of animation and character art stuff. I feel like I've popped into your stream when you were doing a character something or other. Wanted to work out with the gym. Hey, great workout. I hope you're feeling warmed up and ready to go. I know I am. And you guys are turning me into an art gym rat. Like every time I look at these, especially this many, when we're kind of backlogged like this, it's like so much that I just like want to keep going and doing studies. So thank you guys for being so inspiring. Amaze has done a lovely study of a very epic scene. This is a really intense amount of like snow explosion. Snow explosion? Art gym rat. Yeah. I need to make a flex, like some flexing arms to go on either side of the Parasaurolophus. Really nailed that. Yeah, no, Dolly did a great job. Yeah. Hey Tarzia, how you doing? Let's see. Oh yeah, no worries. This skier is great. Really nice gesture of the little human too, honestly. But man, just the explosion of snow here, the little value studies that you've got going on. Lovely job. I like that you did little flicks of snow too. Lots of different textures here. This is another one from Amaze. So again, guys, if you're not following Amazing Fan 15, make sure that you are. Obviously, like I said before, very skilled at what he does. Wonderful stuff. The poof of the snow is cool. I know, it is a really cool like explosion. Is snow-splosion the correct term? Can we just call it a snow-splosion? I think we should. I think we should make a movement to do so. But thanks for drawing with us, Amaze. Appreciate. Always inspiring. Where's my snow react? There we go. Lovely stuff. Sharing has drawn a warm-up of a mocha pot. Maca pot? I don't know what that is. The intent was to work with still lifes. Yeah, that's great. Still lifes are really, really helpful. I need to set up more still lifes and just draw objects. I feel like they're, can't wait to see the animated one, or did I miss it? The cheese? Where you saw a cheese? I think Rue has another one, so we're probably about to see another crazy animation one, so I think you're probably good. Thank you, Rue, for shouting out Sharing. This is a fantastic still life study. Is this, it looks like an image that you pulled. Lovely. My roommate has one that looks like this, actually. Maybe that's what that's called. Yeah, look at your values. These look great. Sorry, I just had to zoom in on that. Oh, you're using that kind of paper that has the dots. Oh my gosh, can somebody please tell me the purpose of these dots? Sharing, why are there dots? Somebody gave me a sketchbook like this recently, and I was like, who drew dots all over my sketchbook? I don't understand. What are they for? Is it for gridding? I don't understand. I like how you just drew over them. They confused the heck out of me. It's from a bullet journal. What does that mean? What are the purposes of the dots? I don't know what that is. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so distracted by the dots on your journal page. I've never seen anyone else draw on them, and somebody gave me a bunch of sketchbooks, and one of them was like this, and I was like, does this have a purpose I'm missing? Pup used the dots to draw out their boxes for schedules. Oh, okay. That makes so much more sense, actually. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'm sorry to be distracting during us looking at your art, but you have just solved a mystery that has been bothering me for months that I keep forgetting about until I'm reminded, and then I don't look it up. So I just ignore them. Yeah, that seems smart. I was like, wait, are you using this to draw? Because I was like, how is this like a perspective thing? Like, I had all. Anyway, sorry. Your values look great. It's a fantastic study. Lovely drawing. Thank you so much for sharing, and I hope some folks followed you so that they can watch you make some. We got to raid Sharing the other day. Really wonderful artist. Was working with some traditional media. In fact, I think you mostly do traditional, right? Really nice stuff. It's just, again, I love the reflections you got in this. You really did a great job making this look shiny and metallic. It's really hard to do. Well done. I'm glad I could connect the dots. Shh. I see what you did there. It was two people to... Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed the raid. I'm glad we could spread some art Twitch love. This looks fantastic, Sharing. Well done. Absolutely wonderful. It's a mocha pot that makes good coffee. Mary? Also, hi, Mary Berry. How are you? I thought Rue... Yeah, I think Rue did. We're about to get to that one. Dinosaurus, I think. I just haven't looked at it yet. But fantastic stuff. All right, here we have Rue. Oh, this is what's happening outside. This is the sound that keeps happening, if anybody can hear that. I like how somebody reacted with a police car. Danger, danger. Oh, this is wonderful, Rue. This is obviously from years of watching this happen. Shoink. Wait, where did it go? It didn't fall. Do it again. Yeah. There is something like oddly satisfying about watching the snow slide off of something. Really, really nice study of a snowy behavior, a snowy effect, if you will. Also really nice drawings on the slats on the roof too. Really, I like those colors a lot. I know, right? It looks so good. Thanks, Travis. Okay, so Dan the BC Band had the same question. I'm glad it wasn't just me. This is so good, guys. Rue, if you're not, guys, if you're not following Rue, is what I was trying to say. Make sure that you follow Rue. Again, just does little animations on stream. It's incredible. Oh, water pop! Did you go out and actually like grab some snow and draw it? Oh, I zoomed in too much. Oh, this looks fantastic. Lovely, lovely. Wow, that looks also very cold. I like how you did, like, you drew around for, like, the texture on the snow. That's a really interesting way to do that. I don't think I would have thought to do that. That's really cool, Water Pop. Oh, it's from my pin. Okay. I don't even know what's in there. I went through and pinned a whole bunch of snow the other day. Well, still, that's really cool. This looks really nice. Well done. Water Pop, do you stream? I think you do, right? Let us know. We'll shout you out if you do. Thank you so much for doing a study with us. Thanks for working out in the art gym today. I hope it helped you get warmed up. This is lovely. Really nice values. Like, this looks like it took a while. It takes me so long to do value shading and things like that. But this looks wonderful. And I can tell what it is, you know, with very few lines, which is always really impressive. Yeah, finger shapes are really lovely, for sure. But yeah, thank you, Water Pop. Yeah, but you haven't been able to be consistent with work. That's fair. Well, if you don't want us to shout you out right now, we won't. But if you ever get back into a regular stream schedule, we'll be happy to shout you out. Love supporting other artists on Twitch. And I'm just obsessing over the values here along this, like just these little tiny, like that tiny shift from light to dark. I have no patience for that. People who can sit down and do this are so impressive to me. Yeah, this looks great. Thank you so much for sharing. Lovely to see. Oh, I have a bunch of things open. There we go. Lovely, lovely, and cold. It looks extremely cold. I love it. Wonderful, wonderful work. Mary! Oh my gosh, look at this little fluff. Not the best I was playing. Hey, playing with new brushes counts as a practice. That's still an art gym workout. You gotta get through the rough stuff, you know? You got to, I love this little cute fluff ball. You're practicing the textures of the fur. I like it. And that is a very cute reference picture. No, this is super fun. You got the colors in there. You got the textures, the direction of the fur. You're playing with shapes. You got that background color. The little variations in the snow, like on the ground here, are really nice too. This is lovely. Lovely little practice session. I think you're totally fine, Mary Berry. And thank you for drawing along. Listen, that's what this is for. This is the whole purpose of the art gym, is to create time to do practice, to do studies, to do the stuff that we all kind of don't like doing, but we all know that we should do. And it's an accountability session for those of us who, like me, need accountability. So, oh, some lovely portrait studies and some sneaky Parasaurolophus. Oh my gosh, who told you Parasaurolophus is my favorite dinosaur? Look at these portraits, though. Are these drawings from imagination, or are they from like a Parasaurolophus toy, or... are you familiar with Egon Schiele? You probably are, Water Pop. Your sketchwork and your line like the way you handle line and like the level of expression, I guess, really reminds me of Egon Schiele's work. He's not a WorkSafe artist, so I'm not going to look up his work here on stream. Yes, you're very familiar. Okay. I was like, I'm really detecting, these are lovely. These are really good portraits. Holy cow. Really nice studies. Yeah, I really like these a lot. Lovely line work, lovely. Thank you for sharing, Water Pop. Imagination, yeah, okay. Well, thank you so much for participating. Do I have a Parasaurolophus? I do. I was like, I think I have a Parasaurolophus out. Nice faces. The faces are fantastic too. Love to see some. I need to do more portrait studies. Like seeing your line work and like, just I don't know. I wish I could figure out a way to like be interested. Like I'm so interested in the end result of these, but it's like for me somehow there's like a disconnect in my brain of like trying to get to a place where I want to study the face enough to get to this point. I don't know. I'm working on it. But thank you guys for inspiring me. Thank you everybody for drawing along today, for doing studies. We had some really awesome warm-ups today for the last couple weeks. Sorry that yesterday's was so short and I wasn't able to do more, but these are all fantastic. Thank you so much for drawing along. And I think I showed everybody. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post mine under Water Pops here. And then that way, tomorrow, well, if anyone is still working, like if you didn't quite finish, please don't rush. Please get what you need to out of the study, as I like to say, and just share when you're done. We're always going to be, oops, there's like a weird green thing. What is that? We're going to be looking at these always at the end of every warm-up stream. So there's not really a deadline. I mean, I guess there kind of is if you want it to be on a certain day or something, but basically anything posted below my piece here is what we will show tomorrow, and we'll look at that tomorrow. So thank you all for encouraging and inspiring and working out with me in the art gym. I really appreciate the company. We are going to go find somebody else to raid. But I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. If you don't mind hanging out for the raid to show some art support, I always brag about Art Twitch, so let's bring some of that love to maybe a new streamer. I try to find somebody doing work-safe art primarily. If I can't find that, then I'll find or family-friendly, and then if I can't find that, I'll just pick work-safe. We'll try to pick we try to raid different people each time. I really like getting introduced to new artists here on Twitch, and I hope you guys have fun with that too. I don't want to fall into the habit of raiding the same people over and over, but there are some really cool folks on right now that I would love to go say hi to. Let's see. Oh man, have we ever rated? I don't know if we've ever rated this person. Let me check. Well, we haven't rated them in the last 30 days, apparently. And I'm pretty sure what they're working on is WorkSafe. Sometimes the conversation here can get a little... Yeah, it's not that bad. I feel like it's pretty typical art stream. Let's go say hi to Octogear. I don't think we've ever rated Octogear. Octogear is doing a really cool painting right now that I think you guys will love. It's got like very Renaissance painting vibes, but it's fan art. And if you know the fan art, I don't actually know the show that they're doing fan art of, but it's really, really pretty. And I think you guys will really appreciate it. So let's go say hi to Octogear. Let's do it's snow joke because there's so much snow today. It's snow joke. It's Casey raid. We are workshopping my raid call, guys. So if you have a different raid call that you think would be funny, go for it. I do like puns, but you don't have to use puns if you don't want to. But I think this one was submitted by a user. I can't remember who. It might have been Bickman or maybe Siren. But thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate the company. Let's go say hi to Octo, and I will be back on tomorrow morning. Did I start the raid? I think I did. I can't tell. I think I started the raid. Yes, I did. Okay. I'll be on tomorrow, and tomorrow for warm-ups, we are going to be doing... Oh, thank you, sharing. That's so kind. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do those bits. I'm pretty sure these links are already in there, but here's the Discord if you need it, and here's my socials if you need it. And I was going to see what we were doing tomorrow, but I might run out of time. Where did it go? I had the calendar pulled up, and now it's gone. Let's see. Tomorrow we are doing... Oh, we're doing portraits. Oh my gosh. Water Pop. It's like you prepared me for my challenge tomorrow. We're doing portraits tomorrow. Come prepared for struggle. I will be struggling tomorrow. If you want to struggle with me, I'd love to have you. For now, let's go say hi to Octo. And I'll catch you over there, folks, okay? Have a good one. Appreciate all of you. Be safe, be warm, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.